Yo, 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 what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the grand finals of the Odyssey tournament. I'm Sudden Death, and I'm joined once again by Manthus. How you doing today, sir?
Doing fantastic, and I'm ready, like you said, to hop into the grand finals. We have a very exciting matchup for y'all today. The clash of regions is going to be Elevate versus Underestimated, and I'm so excited to get into this matchup here today.
Yes, indeed. We're going to be getting into it shortly. Of course, we had the semifinals matches take place last week. If you haven't watched those, well, too late now because you definitely don't want to be leaving the live stream to go check those out. But the outcome was Underestimated took out Team Rain, and Elevate moved on here to face them. Before we hop on into the finals, we got the take a quick little recap, look at the format and the prizing. I'll pass it on over here to Manthus to take care of that.
Yeah, of course. So format and prize pool popping up on screen right now. Starting off with that format on the left side. We started off with 32 teams who clashed among all regions in a single elimination bracket where they all played a best of 3 matches. Of course, the exception being the grand finals today here where they're going to be playing a best of 5. So it should be exciting. You can see the map pool as well down below. Legacy, Plaza, Grounded, Bureau, Canals, Port, and Soar. We were talking a little bit about it off stream. Fingers crossed I would see some legacy action today, but you never know. It depends on what the teams choose to ban and choose. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, I know we're talking a little bit about it off screen.
yeah.
We'll see.
But yeah, then prize pool over on the right side, you can see all the prizes they were competing for there. In addition, here's all of the 32 teams that are going to be competing here as well. Of course, we're only down to the final 2, Elevate and Underestimated. And of course, also they just so happen to be those teams up in the top left corner. But there were a lot of teams that started off here for this clash, and congrats to all of them for how far they made it. But of course, we're only down to the big final 2.
Final 2, here they are. Team Elevate versus Underestimated. Again, we'll be hopping on into the first match here shortly. But before we do that, we got to take a look at the teams themselves and then the maps. Manthus, back over to you.
Yeah, so Elevate's roster popping up first. Again, we've seen a lot of these players compete well in the past, and their ratings are looking solid as well. Everyone above 1.0 with the exception of Zion. And of course, the achievements are there for them as well, with a total winnings of 3,250 US dollars. We can see the big tournament giving them most of their earnings is going to be Pro League Eurasia Season 3 playoffs, where they were the winners, and they ended up copping $3,000 off of that. But of course, they have a couple other really high placements as well. In Season 3, they ended up getting 2nd place. And then, of course, in Golden Ox Season 3, they were ranked number 1. And moving on over to Underestimated now, their roster's popping up and the ratings are looking a little bit higher here. However, again, you got to remember these guys are different regions. And so we see this a lot when we look at different region matchups is you tend to see, like, for example, back in the day, whenever we used to have, I can't remember the name of the best South America team. It's like slipping my mind for some reason. Evil Vision, whenever they would always compete, it's like, yeah, their stats are insane, but it's also because they win every single tournament. And so the stats are looking slightly better for Underestimated, with their achievements as well popping up over on the right side. Not as many high placing earnings as Elevate have in the past. Of course, in Embers of Victory Season 4, they were the winners for the America side. And then in the Sniper Showdown for 2025 as well, which just happened a couple months ago, they ended up being the runners up and getting 2nd place. All right, I believe we're about to jump into the map vetoes here, if I'm not mistaken. I think the teams have already gone ahead and banned. They're going to be starting off with 2 bans, and RIP. We knew it was going to happen. We already talked about it.
I know. We were hoping in one hand and be realistic in the other, see which one gets filled first. And Bureau, okay. Ooh. All right, Bureau is gone as well. Let's see what the first pick is going to be. Grounded. We're going back on over there to Grounded for Team Elevate. That's their pick. And Canals for Underestimated. Okay.
Interesting.
I was going to talk about snipers here real quick, but I won't because we did that last time and then nothing really materialized.
We still got a couple maps here. Plaza for the 3rd pick. All right, that's the map I have not casted on in a while, but I'm excited to see that. And Port, then Port for map number 4. Respectable pick, and our decider is going to be Soar. I'm going to be honest, that is low-key a very interesting decider. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that's
Soar is like the most wild card map out there. Like anything can happen on that map, you know?
Yep, 100%. I was about to say the exact same thing. You'd almost think port would be the better one for the decider. That's probably exactly why I underestimated. Picked that for the fourth map. So we're guaranteed to at least get these first three here: grounded, canals, and plaza, and hopefully we can make it all the way to the decider map and have a full 5 series here. But we will see. Excited for the first map to hop on in here and see how these teams play. Elevate picking the map, so we should be playing on underestimated servers here to start off the series.
Really quickly, for those of y'all that are just now tuning in, maybe didn't miss it or didn't catch in the other streams, but for those of y'all that do not know right now, you can actually go ahead and pick up the Critical Ops Odyssey supporter bundle in the shop right now. You can see the knife and the glove combo, and if you buy them together, it's $59.99. And again, if you do go ahead and purchase this bundle, you are going to be directly supporting this Critical Ops Esport event. And of course, a couple of the players will be rocking these skins on stream as well, so they can show y'all just how clean they look in game if you want to cop them yourselves.
The knife is so sweet, so cyberpunk. Absolutely love it. And of course, code Esports Mobile is 30% off right now at gfuel.com. That's right, 30% off anything that you add to your shopping cart. You toss that code in there like a flashbang. It goes off and goes ahead and takes off 30% off that total price tag. Great opportunity to stock up here for the new year, or maybe you're still doing some late Christmas shopping or holiday shopping, whatever it may be. It's a great opportunity to get something nice for somebody in your life. We all need a little more energy. We can't buy more time, but we can buy a little extra energy. Whatever the case may be, code Esports Mobile has you covered at checkout with 30% off anything at gfuel.com. And the GameSir X5S, I believe we're giving away one live here later. Of course, there's links into the description down below to get into the GLEAM giveaway, and we will be showing it off a little later. We have a couple of videos of Manthus and I talking about the controllers. We got them sent over, and dare I say they are phenomenal. Really, really amazing mobile controller here that also can work with PC and Nintendo Switch.
And of course, in addition to all those prizes, we want to show y'all real quick something that the champions of this tournament are competing for. You guys can see an example image here popping up on screen. It says Odyssey Champions 2025, and that is right. The winners of this tournament are actually going to have their names written down on one of the diffuse maps as well as the training map Legion. They're going to get to pick one of the diffuse maps out of a list of a couple of them, but you guys saw that example back there with Plaza on the little billboard over by the bus station. And I'm going to be honest, it's looking clean. Just imagine your name being on a Critical Ops map. Like, that could really be sick. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, that is so cool. That is beyond cool right there. Forever memorialized there in game. You get to see it every time you play, and everybody else that plays on the map is going to see you. I think that is really, really cool. Probably need like a little QR code. I guess you can't scan the QR code in game, but like a digital QR code, but take to the stream where you won. All right.
Well, map number 1, I believe, is going to be underway momentarily. We're taking it to Grounded for our first map, which I think, if I recall correctly from last week, I think that was the map that I think that was a map that Underestimated ended up winning, even though we didn't think they were going to, because I feel like Canals was that first map and we saw rain pop off on it, and then we went over to Grounded, and Underestimated, that's when they started to pull off their almost reverse sweep and kind of threw us all off. And so Grounded being the first pick, and by Elevate as well, it wasn't Underestimated's pick. Kind of interesting considering we've already seen how powerful they're able to play on that map.
Of course, some opportunities for sniper rifles to be pulled out as well. We talked about some of that last week. We'll see if that actually comes in or not. I don't know if it will. We were really excited about maybe some TRG action, but they seem to be sticking with more of the traditional assault rifles. Something we saw a lot from Team Rain, which was different, and they're of course not here, but maybe we'll see the teams adopt some of their strategy, utilizing SMGs, being very aggressive with the MP7s. Be curious to see. I think I saw more MP7 action, I said last week, than I've seen it all casting Critical Ops in the last 10 years, which is pretty wild to see all that in one stream. So be curious to see if any of the teams decide, like, you know what, we're going to go ahead and adopt that and utilize that a little bit today.
You know, I'm feeling at least one TRG bot today. I think it's going to happen. Someone's going to do it. Someone's going to be feeling it. I don't got any wood to knock on, but
I did it for you. I did it for you. And AR-15 as well. That will probably be pulled out here. But the TRG will be interesting. I would love to see some of that faster paced aggressive sniping. But again, we'll have to actually see if that comes on in. I'm getting something in my ear. It looks like we almost got all of the players joined in the lobby, so we should be good to go ahead and hop on in here shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hanging with us. Let us know in the comment section down below who you think will be taking this first map, whether it's going to be Team Elevate or Team Underestimated. Again, we'll be getting ready here shortly. All the players are finishing doing the recordings, doing all the stuff behind the scenes they got to do to make sure everything is on the up and up.
Now, one thing I do kind of want to bring up real quick while we're still waiting for the last couple players to join. I do remember last weekend we were watching Underestimated play. I know I was talking about that grounded matchup, and even though Underestimated ended up winning, the one weakness that I remember seeing them have on stream is they never took control of A mid, whether it was on the breach side or on the coalition side. They always played very passively around there, and they gave up that space, and they were still able to work around it, but it definitely cost them a couple rounds when they just let players sneak their way all the way up there without doing anything like that. And so I'm very curious if Elevate were watching that, if they were taking their notes, and if they've decided they're going to try and punish them for playing like that, or if they're just going to ignore it completely, kind of like how Underestimated tended to do last week.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see that. So we're about to hop out of the game here shortly, and we'll see how that cookie crumbles. Before we do so, though, we're going to take a closer look at the GameSir X5S controller. I believe Manthus has a quick little thing to say about it.
Hello Critical Ops fans, I'm Manthus, and I wanted to thank GameSir for sponsoring us and sending me the new X5S controller to show you all today. This controller is compatible with mobile devices, but it can also be paired with the Switch or with a PC via Bluetooth, wireless, or a wired connection. It also comes with this handy travel case, which is great if you're trying to take this controller on the go with you. For my fellow mobile gamers, let me show you how easy this is to set up. This controller is designed for flexibility, so you can basically adjust length to whatever length you need based on the size of your phone. Once your phone is attached, simply press this button down here and it's going to go ahead and turn on Bluetooth and be able to be paired with your local devices. As you can see, this controller is responding to all of my inputs with no delay, making it perfect for Critical Ops gameplay. To level up your shooter gameplay, you can press this M button down here in the corner as well as your left or right trigger, and it's going to activate hair trigger mode, and this is going to give the controller more responsiveness when you're using your triggers. If you're planning longer gaming sessions, then getting this additional thermoelectric cooler will be great to stop your device from overheating. All you have to do is magnetically clip this battery pack onto the cooler, and it is going to automatically turn on and start cooling. Before you attach your phone to the controller, go ahead and slide this cooler onto here just like this. And now, not only do I get to benefit from having this controller for playing Critical Ops, but I also have the cooler attached on the back, which is constantly stopping my phone from overheating. The controller, the cooler, and the battery pack are all charged with a USB-C cable, and you're going to get one in the box, and it makes charging these devices super easy and convenient. The GameSir X5S controller is super comfortable and really handy if you're looking to level up your gameplay on a variety of platforms. So be sure to check out this product, it'll be down in the description below, and thank you again to GameSir for sponsoring us.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Again, we're almost ready to get started here. They're just finishing up the recordings. We got almost everybody in the lobby. Of course, we're just going to make sure everything is on the up and up here for the grand finals, and we'll be ready to start. Manthus, thanks for that quick little thing with the controller, with the X5S. This thing, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. It's phenomenal. I got it sitting right here. Was using it on my trip last weekend. Was a lot of fun to have. And again, very compatible with a large range of devices. Links are in the description down below for the GLEAM giveaway. And we'll be giving away one live here on stream a little later. So stay tuned for that.
Yep, and in just a couple of moments here, we should be ready to hop into map number 1, being over on grounded. Again, like we said before, just waiting for the last player to go ahead and slide on into the lobby, and then we will be able to go ahead and hop onto that. Now, for our map number 1, we were talking about how Elevated picked grounded, even though Underestimated ended up winning it last weekend. Not only that, but because Elevate picked the map, Underestimated got to pick the servers. So they're going to be on a map where they performed well last week, and we're going to be playing on US servers, which is already going to be putting, well, I think it should be putting Elevate at a bit of a disadvantage. But again, sometimes with that high ping, you never really know how it's going to work out in your favor.
Yeah, it's weird how that works, and I don't know enough about it, but sometimes it seems like it really puts you at a disadvantage. Sometimes it seems kind of just one-to-one, and sometimes it seems it puts you at a disadvantage. So we'll see coming into it. I'm sure some IT professional could really give me the in-depth explaining, and it would go right over my head, dude. I failed chemistry class. Like, I can't do that. What are you talking about? So I'm looking back over here. We are still waiting for that final player to join. Thank you all for hanging with us. I know everybody's excited for this first match to start. I know I am as well. And I don't mean to speak for Manthus, but I'm going to say he is also excited for it to start.
I think I'm a little excited. You know, I'm ready.
Excited.
I mean, it's nothing big, just the grand finals for the Critical Ops Odyssey tournament. Nothing special, you know. I'm definitely not excited.
Yeah, just chill. You know, it's the final tournament of the year, 2025. Crazy that we're coming to the end of 2025. We got 11 days left, or maybe 10, depending on where you're located in the world. Wild. Been casting Critical Ops over 10 years now. It's been a true journey. I had so much fun doing this. So I think, I thought I heard something. No. So we're still just waiting for that final player. Chat, again, let us know who you think's going to be taking this W, whether it's going to be Team Elevate or if it's going to be Team Underestimated. Like you were saying, man, I think you got to give the slight edge to Team Underestimated coming here into map number 1.
I kind of do have to for this first map, especially because it's so hard for me to give my predictions because Underestimated, again, they didn't have as many tournament standings there to back them up. Obviously, they've competed in the past. We've seen them compete in the past. But again, last weekend, it was Underestimated versus Rain. And I think a lot of people were predicting Rain were going to go through. And Underestimated definitely surprised a lot of us with the way they performed. And it's so hard for me to give my predictions because I feel like this is a matchup that has not really happened in the past. If it has happened, maybe like once or twice. But it looks like no previous encounters according to our stat log that I'm checking right here. So yeah, these teams have never actually played before against each other in an official Critical Ops tournament. We have absolutely no previous match history to go off of here, which is quite interesting to say the least.
Yeah, obviously had the opportunity to watch each other's streams and do a little bit of preparation. Not sure if there's been any scrimmages in the past, but yeah, first time competing in a tournament on live stream and not just a tournament, but here in the grand finals of a tournament. So there's be a little extra nerves there.
This kind of reminds me of like, this is like a crazy analogy, low-key, but this reminds me of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, how like the whole show, it's Aang versus Ozai, but they never actually meet each other until the final fight. And that's the first time they meet each other. And it's like, all right, and now the big fight's happening. It almost feels like that's what's happening here today.
Okay. All right, I like it.
Yeah.
I never watched that as a kid, actually. I watched it for the first time in 2020. And then I watched it again. Incredible show.
Well, looks like we're just waiting a couple more moments for that final player. I know y'all are excited to get into it. Trust me, I'm excited too. I want to watch some Critical Ops, all right? Y'all are not the only ones. We want to get into this map number 1 over on Grounded. I'm wondering how many snipers are going to be bought out here. I know we already talked about it a little bit, but we kind of got a little bit of a sneak peek that y'all didn't get to see here. But over in the warm-up, some of these players were actually buying some snipers. I don't know if they're just fooling around while they're waiting on that last player, or if maybe they're thinking maybe we should practice real quick in case we buy it in the actual game.
They're just teasing. They're not going to do it. Come on. I mean, they never do. They never do. We always have great snipers in the lobby, and they never go ahead and actually pull it out.
I don't know. I mean, again, you know, we said the same thing about like SMGs, and then we got like 5 MP7s bought. So
that's true. Oh, here we go. All right. 10th player has joined. Thank you for being patient, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta be patient too, you know? Like, we want to get into these matches as fast as possible. You know the drill. Maybe you don't know the drill. Maybe you never competed in a tournament before, but we got to do these things. And now they're going to go ahead and decide on sides. I didn't even see who won. I was glancing back and forth between multiple screens.
Yeah, I won't lie. That knife was a very quick, very rapid. But we're about to find out in just a moment here who's going to end up picking what side for that map. Again, because Underestimated are getting their own server, I feel like if they get to pick what side they want to start on, it's probably going to be like every card should be pointing in their favor for this map. Obviously, what do I know? But anything is possible here. But we're waiting on them to decide what side they're going to start on before we get that final reset in. And then we're going to go ahead and be live with map number 1 of the Critical Ops Odyssey tournament.
And we just got the final confirmation. We are live. We're going to hop on in here. We're going to change the screen. And we're going to get started here with map number 1 on Grounded. We're underway here. 2-1. We're off. Underestimated here on the Coalition side to start. Elevate on the Breach. Bomb right now hanging down over towards the B site. Only one player there. It's Dom. We'll get a little bit of information if they decide to push on down.
And I'm loving the MR96 from Death there. We didn't see that gun get pulled out a whole lot previously, but especially on a very long range map, it might be the better option over the Deagle. However,
like
it's 5 P250s with armor on the side of Elevate. And it's looking like the fights are happening over towards B. We still have the lurk from Star here. But Tyler's going to spot him out. Oh, no. And all of a sudden, yeah, it just comes to bite him. Is going to go down for Elevate, though, and Underestimated have quite a difficult retake to deal with here. All P250s, though, for Elevate, so they got to try and force up the close range encounters. Tyler's trying to go for the flank, but Exclaim is waiting for him. Able to catch him off guard and pick up the headshot, and Tao Wo finding a nice trade there. Still jiggling over towards the glass. I think he spotted the players, able to get the double headshot. Oh my goodness, I have never seen a P250 be that crisp in my life. But in the hands of this man, anything can happen, you know?
And what did happen? First round taken by Elevate. Bomb planted as well. Some extra cash to work with. They're going to utilize that investment properly and get set up here for round number 2. Underestimated. Going to take it nice and slow. Not going to force up. We saw Rain force up a lot last week. Underestimated isn't taking a page out of their book. Interesting looking at Star. They're going for split buys here to save a little bit of cash. Just taking their time. Only with an MR96. And, whoa, opening up there with a frag grenade. Star.
I mean, no gun needed for him. Just a frag.
Yeah, just a pistol. Cowboy here. The Lone Star.
But honestly, I kind of support this buy. I feel like this is something the teams don't do enough when they know their opponents are eco. Like, do you really need 5 rifles? No, you don't. You just need to figure out where the players are and let your 3 rifles take those gunfights. And obviously, these players have bought out armor. They're ready to pick up a gun if one gets dropped. Like, for example, Star just got taken out there. I'm not sure if Tyler was able to retrieve the gun, but it looks like he wasn't. Still rocking the Deagle. Or no, it was not Star. Yeah, Star didn't even have a rifle, so he just lost the gunfight with a pistol there. And now they're going to have a little bit of extra money going forward. Maybe a couple SGs are going to get bought out here, if I had to make it a prediction. However, Tyler finding a headshot on Exclaim, and now coming in for the backstab, trying to jiggle this peak. Able to get some damage, but not quite find the headshot. And Josh, with 10 HP, just used to get breathed on by one singular bullet before we're in trouble. Able to spot the player on the truck.
So any lower and a snowflake would have taken him out, but it's Mossy going to finish him off with a headshot. Yeah,
this is Tao's pistol in action, dude. I'm telling you, bro. I don't know how he got that double headshot. My P250 doesn't do that, you know. But
no,
his does.
No. I guess that's why we're casting and not playing competitively.
Oh, and there it is. We have a double SG buy from Elevate. I think those SGs are really going to prevail long range versus the M4s.
Watch over right here on the map. Bomb's been dropped right outside of spawn for the breach. About to have an altercation here between Donnelly and Dom. They backed on up. Looks like they're about to push through, waiting for that smoke to dissipate. Dom isn't getting aggressive. Arm versus Masia potentially. Masia's about to swing this corner. Dom's, oh, I think he saw him. Backs on up. Might go in with a couple, oh, flashbangs coming in. Arm managed to avoid it, able to find one, but Tao quick with the refrag. Josh is here, firing multiple shots, able to connect on 2, but Star ultimately puts him down. It's a 2v3 situation, Underestimated with the body count advantage here. Explain, going to take Dom out. We're now down to a 2v2. They're rotating back around. It looks like A is going to be the bomb site of choice here, Manthus. 47 seconds now left here on the clock. Plenty of time to work with, but they definitely can't take their time and grab something from the concession stand.
Yeah, and again, I mean, this setup is interesting for them, but look at this. No one is in A mid. And I don't know if Death is going to expect this push to come in or not, because they have a pretty good setup watching B and A. But again, A mid is clear. Stars worked up so far. I think they're waiting for that smoke to drop before they try and strike. Yeah, they're both peeking together now. And I don't think Death has any idea.
Oh, he heard him. Oh,
and there it is. The headshot comes in. Tyler, though. Oh, but the incendiary is actually going to cut him off. And now he has to wrap around.
Nice.
And yeah, now Tyler is a very difficult retake to deal with here. Bomb down, smokes out to sort of cover the truck for a moment, but Tyler hasn't been able to take any space yet. Still knows that there's a player on site, but he's starting to run a little bit low on ammo, and he's got to be careful with spamming through those smokes. They're trying to go for the wall bangs. Only has 2 clips left in the M4, trying to go for some maybe foot shots there, but not able to connect them. And now Star's just going to straight up go for the gunfight. Oh, and it looks like he got headshot maybe, or at least took a lot of damage, but Star is going to find the kill with the dink in the end there. And Elevate so far are flawless.
Here's his player right here. Great execution. Just missed his slightly over with the flashbangs. Arm's able to find one. Tao again quick with the refrag. Josh is able to double up, but wasn't able to finish off the 3rd player. And well executed round number 3 by Team Elevate. Great job of them planting the bomb every single time too, getting that extra cash. It'll come in handy later on in this first half. Curious to see if it's time for Underestimated to put a point on the board or not, or if they're going to crumble once again to Team Elevate. See, they've figured out their strategy thus far.
Smoke grenade coming up.
Smoking out cross there. Death gonna push in. Couple flashes, nothing too big. Oops, Star might get caught with his knife out.
I think he's just waiting for
still
the smoke
there.
to drop.
I guess, yeah. They're gonna toss another one and then go ahead and back on up. I thought Death might push through. Josh is the first to strike, gonna find Star. Not shining bright anymore here in round at number 4. And they're slowly beginning to move down B long into baggage claim as well. Josh taking some damage. I'm not sure. I guess that was from player number 9, Explain.
It must have been, yeah. Maybe just a shot popped through the smoke. But it looks like he's, caught with a pistol out. But Dom is able to find 2 in response before Masya trades it out. And it's looking like it's going to be a B execute here. Arm still locking it down on site, able to find a headshot, but Masya quick with the trade. And it's all up to him. In the 1v3 turned 1v2 with 30 seconds on the clock. I think he's somewhat aware that he's getting backstabbed here. He was kind of checking it out, but I don't know. Tyler is gonna just wait, and yeah, I guess Masya just had a couple too many things to deal with there. And Underestimated are gonna put their first round on the board. Definitely much needed for them. And Tyler able to recover the SG as well, which again, I know we were kind of talking about this a little bit last week too. I know the AUG has been like nerfed to the ground. We haven't seen a single player buy up an AUG in this tournament yet, despite the fact that it was supposed to be like the strong rifle, kind of how the breach side gets the SG to overpower the AK. The coalition don't really have that anymore because the AUG is just not really a viable weapon, and so picking up those SGs can really help out a lot. And what is that headshot wallbang from Arm? Just completely deleted Explain out of the lobby. It looks like Tao was able to get the trade with a pistol headshot though. That man has been popping off with a P250, and Donnelly trying to see if he can maybe spot out a gunfight here, trying to chuck the bomb away because he's stuck in a corner. Oh man, I know he can't see it, but we can see. He's got the shot lined up, but Bossy is gonna be the one to take him down. These guys are nasty with the pistol headshots today. And still a minute left on the clock. It looks like they're looking to rotate here. Josh kind of just hanging out by the truck, waiting to watch the cross. Now we have Tyler locking down A mid. It looks like they've learned their lesson and are going to actually hold that space. So it's just under a minute on the clock. Looks like they're going to rotate all the way over towards the A site. Death's going to be the one waiting by this wagon head glitch here. And I'm not sure the pistols are going to be enough to take them off. They really need the wallbang damage from a rifle. And yeah, Death is just going to start spraying them down. Able to find 2. Oh, but he runs out of ammo. That click is the worst sound you can ever hear as a critical ops player. And Josh spots one on the cross, but Star and A mid.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb hasn't planted. I didn't see that. I guess he went to start the gunfight there in A mid.
The bomb has been planted on A.
Josh coming in. Donnelly has the M4 too. A little bit of armor left on Donnelly. Nothing here on Josh. Bomb is slowly ticking down. Josh, I think, was like maybe he's gonna save. Not gonna do. Fire some shots, give away his position. Donnelly backing on up, trying to use the cover the best he can. Swings it out and grabs the head. Pops his top like soda pop, and that's Elevate back in the lead by 3.
And we're gonna look here at Arm with that shot. Yeah, rip Explain. Just nothing you can do about there. Like, you just got outplayed. That's the only way I can put it. And underestimated, not really rocking with a lot of money in their economy. We could see Josh, Death, and Dom with almost no money. And Exclaim is going to be the first to strike, getting his revenge on Arm with a wallbang, no less. After the last round, he said, "That ain't happening again, buddy." That's actually funny. It was the exact same spot too, where he got wallbanged out. And Josh is going to try and strike here, able to find a nice headshot on Exclaim. Tyler able to find a headshot of his own, and Death rocking the HK, which is probably going to find some really nice value somewhere on the map if he can get in the right gunfight. Especially if they take it like towards B, he could probably get in a really nice long-range gunfight with that weapon. Bomb is dropped over towards B long. Dom able to find one, and Josh again a headshot as well. It's all up to Tao now. I'm not sure he's gonna be able to do much with only 50 seconds on the clock. Does have possession of the bomb. Ooh. But I feel like they kind of have an idea where he was, and that frag was just perfect, dude. Can't get much better than that. And he might just be opting to save the rifle. Maybe see if he can find an exit frag or two here for the round.
Yeah, if you want to save, you think he would... Yeah, okay, he's going to back on up here. Really don't want to be hanging out that close towards B if you're trying to save. Too many areas you can get pinched from. He's going to back on out. Now the question is, does he try to hide in spawn? That looks like he was going to be able to do. See if there's anything left in the truck. Maybe get some G Fuel in there? Or not.
Now, I think choosing this spot to hide in is interesting. I feel like you could have had a little more cover if you went further back. But, you know, I'll let them cook. It looks like underestimated aren't quite biting anyways. They don't want to drop any of their guns either because they don't exactly have a lot of money to work with. But now they do. They were able to save 4 rifles from that round. And they still have an SG and an HK to their names. I'm really curious where Death is rocking that HK. There's a couple spots. I'd imagine he's playing around one of the trucks, if I had to make a prediction. Oh, looks like he's taking it towards the A site. Very interesting. But it's going to be a full BX key once again from Elevate here. And I'm just now noticing the buy as well. I don't know what's up with this buy. Maybe... It's definitely looking a little broken. We have Tao who forced up an SG, and then everyone else who kind of saved their money for next round. Donnelly, with a lot of money in the bank, was able to buy an AK. But I'm not sure that the second rifle was an intentional buy or not. That one-way smoke is going to kind of stall out their push for the time being. Josh trying to go for some wallbang shots. They're busting out every single wallbang that they studied in the stream here. And we've already seen a couple of picks come out from underestimated because of that. But it looks like the A rotation is going to come in, and now the HK is going to really have to come in clutch here. It's going to be up to Death, trying to spray it down. Jumping around by this wagon, going for the wallbang shots, and he's able to find one with the wallbang headshot.
Oh, was he out of ammo, or did he just do that?
I think he was out. He was going for the wallbang spams, it looked like, and was able to find one, but yeah, just spamming a little too hard there, and it came back to bite him. Donnelly spots the player for a moment there in the smoke, gets a couple of shots off.
Tyler's low HP, 17. Somehow is able to find the wallbang on Donnelly. Explain the last player alive, and Josh is going to be the one to finish him off. And Team Underestimated is 1 round away from tying it up. I think Elevate's done a good job thus far, though, on the first half. You're here on the breach side. I think the minimum you want on this map is about 4. Going into the coalition, you do have, of course, a coalition advantage on every single map. As basically the job of the coalition is to camp the bomb site. I know I'm making it very simple. I know that's not just what you do, but every map has a slight coalition advantage. I think this one has a little bit more than others. So 4 points on the board, I think, is very respectable. You'd like to try to get 5 if possible. But they've set themselves up in a good spot for the second half. But Team Underestimated begin to come alive here and make some noise. We'll see if they can finally tie this up here, or if Team Elevate's going to advance that lead back up by 2. I don't think they're going to be able to, though. This is a difficult spot to be in. Some of these players were able to buy some armor, but mostly just rocking pistols here.
I really like the position Josh is in. I don't think they've played this corner yet. Elevate tend to play, or I'm sorry, Underestimated tend to play like towards the truck a lot more, and so I don't know that they're going to full clear this corner. I mean, it looks like they're kind of watching it right now.
Ooh, the swing.
He's going to push out, but yeah, the trade comes in. Dom able to find a quick shot as well, and Arm with the frag is going to get one as well, and it's all down to Exclaim with the pistol, but not able to do much, and we're all tied up here going into round number 9.
Oh yeah, who's this? Was he up? He was out of... Well, he had 2 rounds left, but wasn't able to do anything. Okay.
Yeah, I think he was going for the spam a lot when they were getting ready to push up, And so because of that, he had to reload when they were actually pushing out. I mean, at least he was able to get one off of it.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I thought he'd accidentally pressed the button and started to reload prematurely. Round number 9 starting. We have a full buy of rifles coming in from Team Elevate. We'll see if they can get a little more competitive here. Donnelly with the scar in hand and arm. Going to get dropped by Masia. As 2 players down here for Team Underestimated already. Josh and Tyler getting kills respectively now. Even that body count board up. We're down to a 2v3 now, Underestimated with the man at disadvantage. Death coming in, able to rock the shots there at the HK. I love the HK love we're getting here. Saw a little bit of it last week.
Oh, and the
And this
scar
is
as
a
well. I
lot.
didn't realize. Donnelly said, you know what? Y'all are buying cool rifles. I got one for myself.
Yeah, check this little reticle out I have.
Honestly, that might come in clutch for the B side here, especially you got to try and take someone off of a head glitch. That might be just the gun you need. So like he might try and peek here, and yeah, the headshot is just going to take him out. But Tyler's on the flank. I don't know if they have any idea. And he's able to find both with the spray transfer. And just a perfectly timed flank from Tyler there. That round was looking like it could be dangerous. But again, when you have the right positioning, you don't need the gun skill. You just need to catch them with their backs turned.
And there it is. Underestimated has taken the lead for the first time so far at map number 1. We'll see if they're able to hold it or if Team Elevates can strike back here and tie it back up.
Incendiary out.
If you're an Elevate fan, you'd like to see it put one more point on the board before the flip. Arm's been deadly thus far with this HK, so is Death. Already trying to hit the wall bangs, just firing blindly, seeing if they come up with anything. Just a little bit of gambling, it's all good. Nothing too crazy. Arm striking first, finding Explain. Popping the reload, see if you can find anybody else. Gonna go ahead and reposition, get a little more cover. Right now you're Elevate, you're trying to figure out where you want to go. Looking for one pick potentially. It looks like Tao might be rotating around to grab the bomb here. And looks like they commit over here towards the B site. Gonna put a ring on it. They got a minute left here. Arm finding Masia. 3 players left alive here for Team Elevate. This is a big gunfight versus Star. He's got to win this. Tyler comes in, and it's a headshot from Star with the HK, or excuse me, the AK. And Star is able to find Josh. Now they're back in this. This is not looking good here for Team Underestimated. Death, the last man standing. With the death machine in his hand, it's the HK. Player exposing himself. That was Tao. Gotta be careful for seeing this gun here. Util going out. They should go for plant now. 10 rounds left in the mag. 4, gonna have to pop the reload. That bomb's gonna go down. Flash. Or excuse me, that was a frag coming in. There's the flash.
I think he knows where both players are. If he would have heard Tao going for the jump there.
He's getting aggressive. This will be an impressive clutch.
Bomb is on B.
Oh, man.
He's got it.
Try to go. Oh, he's so weak. 7 rounds left in the mag. He's got 19 to reload. Strafes across, but Tao is there and finishes him off. 5-5. Elevate is back in this, tying it up.
Oh, and here's a look again at Josh in the corner. Was able to get one before the trades came out, but again, the HK on site was just doing so much damage there as well. And Arm with the frag.
Coalition wins.
Grenade.
I'm really loving the HK, the HK representation here in these first couple of rounds. Granted, I think the reason it's getting bought so much is because of its wallbang potential. It's just a gun with no recoil that has really high penetration. And so these guys are like, you know what? We can just abuse wallbangs with this. I'm not sure how that's going to translate over into our future maps here.
Josh getting a sneaky here, coming around from behind. Arm making a little bit of noise. Used a lot of ammo here. Josh able to find one, Explain quick with the refrag. 3 players left alive here for Team Elevate. Explain very low HP.
Flashbang out. Smoke grenade coming up.
Arm creeping around.
Oh, and it's a double
Donnelly has
backstab here.
Ooh.
Coalition wins.
Ooh, there's Death. Finding Donnelly. Underestimated, back in the lead. And looking at the cash situation, Elevate should have enough here to go through and everybody buy rifles. Donnelly gonna have the scar in hand. And this is the final round of the half. I think if you're an Elevate fan, you gotta be very happy with this performance. You'll be even more happy if they can pull off this win. But 5 rounds here on the breach side, starting this off. You you got a smile on your face. Josh striking first, doubles up with the M4. 17 rounds left, plenty to do some. Oh, I don't know how he hit
Okay.
that. Oh my gosh. He's trying to go for the fourth. He's low HP. Flash going out, gonna force Mossy to back on up.
Wins.
And Josh somehow comes up with it.
We're gonna need the replay on that because
Yeah, I need the replay, yeah.
that was absolutely diabolical.
Elevate. Now on the coalition side, after underestimated, quickly cleaned that round up. Swept them into the dustbin. We should get that next round or so. We'll take a look back at that. We have now flipped. We'll see what underestimated does now that they're on the breach side. Everybody just rushed B. You know how it goes. Just a casual day. Planting the bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Elevate now allowed to work on this retake.
The bomb has been planted on B.
Let's see what they do here. Definitely taking their time. No shots been fired yet. Very quiet. First round after the flip. Should start getting a little chaotic here shortly. Couple rounds been fired. They're pushing over towards the bomb site. Star is the first to win there. It's Arm with the revolver in hand. Finds two. Gonna have to pop the reload. Bomb slowly ticking down. Tao looking like he might try to go for the defuse. He's gonna stick it. He did fire one shot. Oh man. He didn't see him. Arm grabs another shot there. 3 that round. Here's this play. Okay, so Josh creeping on up. Star's the first to get dropped. Tao's the second. Both headshots. And that one.
then, okay.
Another headshot. Tyler's in there, so he was able to get 4. Not quite the ace, but he was able to get the 4th.
Yeah, still just a diabolical wallbang, nonetheless.
Dom striking. Tal and Masia there in the kill feed. 2 players alive here for underestimated, as well as here on Elevate. Masia dropping it down just a little bit. Donnelly also finding another player.
Coalition wins.
And it's going to be Team Elevate coming up with the win there on the eco. Able to
Yeah,
pick up a
very
couple
interesting
rifles.
how they ended up buying up for that round. And underestimated have no money to work with now. They're basically forced to take a full eco, and they've come up with 3 AKs as well.
Yeah, it's not something you want to do to yourself on the breach side here on this map. We do have the 2-round advantage right now, but that's quickly going to disappear. Unless underestimated can flip the tables on Elevate like they just did to them.
Oh, we're seeing some A-mid presence here. But we have Tao and Star ready to lock it down. Star trying to go for some wallbang damage. Looks like he might have gotten a little bit of tags here and there with that AK spray. And Exclaim trying to see if we can maybe find some value with the Scar here. Another weapon that has very good recoil potential besides the HK. And it looks like he's going to be swinging B long with it. And able to find death. Does take some damage in return though. And
That
Star
crosshair
getting a little
was
aggressive here.
Oh, backing it out. Dom chasing, and Exclaim is there to take him. Arm, the last player alive,
Wins.
and quickly dropped. Everybody on Team Elevate able to keep their gun and stay alive, moving in to round number 16. Very well played by them.
Yeah, the money's looking really good here for them. I mean, a couple of these guys are looking like they could get close to reaching max money here if they play their cards right. And again, that is a very bad problem if you're an underestimated fan. You never want to let them build up that much money at a time because it's just going to feel like they're never taking an eco round.
Yep. Let's see what underestimated has in plan here. Star, flashbang going out. Tao's gonna go down, but Star quick with the refrag. Smoke going down to take care of that incendiary.
And Donnelly's already here to help out, but they've left A site a little bit open now. Now, I'm not sure if they know this. Masia looks like he got a bit of an indication they did some damage. Got the armor break and icon there. And it's looking like it's going to be an A push now from underestimated. They've all grouped up towards storage. Util is coming out. Donnelly trying to take a better spot somewhere on site. Oh, but they have a flank as well from Star, who's able to find 2 before the trade is going to come out. Now they have a minute to work with. Underestimated have plenty of time to decide if they want to stay here towards A now that their position is known. Elevator definitely letting them know, though, that they're ready to lock this down. They've dumped a bunch of util here, and they're starting to back up now just in case the rotation comes out. But I think Underestimated are going to stick with it. They're waiting for the smoke to drop. They're going to have to deal with Donnelly on the wagon, though. Is the AK on the Hecklich going to be enough? Oh, looks like he backed up. But I think he might have spotted them jiggling. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's going for the spam now in response. But Masia is just going to find both headshots. Doesn't even need the help from his teammate. And Elevate have tied it all back up here.
What are you going to do here, Underestimated? You got somewhat of an eco you're going to have to take. Death pulling out the Deagle. Dom with the MR96 in hand. Tyler pulling out that Deagle as well. 3 buys of pistols. No armor to work with. Just trying to do a little bit of damage to the economy here of Elevate. They are poised to take this. They're feeling really good. You can see how aggressive they're getting. They know the situation. They have them in. Star, though, making a big mistake getting caught with his gun out. Death coming up with 2 with the Deagle in his hand. He is Death personified with that pistol. Now he's got an AK. Looking for the 3rd. He's not able to do it. It's explained with the scar. He's going to be dreaming about it later. Permanently scarred. Smoke going out. They're going to go ahead and back on up and not get as aggressive. They're down here in this 3 versus 3. I think they got a decent idea, though, of the eco situation that Team Underestimated is in. Explain, watching his angles. Working it the best he can. What's the move here if you're Underestimated, Manthus?
Well, the first thing I'm noticing is that somehow our boy Arm has recovered an HK. I don't know who bought an HK on the side of Elevate, but they said, let's put it in the hands of the one person who's been cooking us with this weapon. And that HK might be enough to win the round, but Josh able to get a huge trade there, and I think he's going to wait on his teammate. Yeah, he's able to recover a rifle. It looked like picked up an AK off the ground. The HK is going to be perfect for this B gunfight here. Looks like they're waiting on the incendiary to go down. And Util's going to come out here. Looks like they were getting ready to maybe smoke something off and go for a cross. And yeah, Util's getting tossed towards the truck. Donnelly going to be able to smoke off the incendiary, but the flashes are just going to still go ahead and stop him out completely. And there's smokes all over site now. They have no idea how far they've pushed up, but only 17 seconds on the clock. They got to go for a plant here, and it's going to be Underestimated, who are going to pick up the eco round. Somehow, they've pulled it off.
Can't underestimate him there. What an incredible round by Underestimated. Last couple rounds, really struggling. Had gotten elevated in a very good spot, weaponry-wise and cash. Came on in the best they could, and definitely made the most of it. They're back in the lead here by 1. Arm rocking that HK once again. See if he can start making some noise here in round number 18. Masia, watching B long right now. There's 3 players right outside of concessions. One has moved farther in. That was Death, and Exclaim is going to be the one to pick him up. I don't even know how Exclaim had an angle on that. Minute here on the clock. Underestimated is going to have to make a decision where they want to go. It is time to make a commitment here. Looks like B is going to be the side of choice. I guess plan B would be side A, but you really don't have enough time for that plan B.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of time for them to work with. Your Underestimated are going to have to choose to just strike towards B. It's looking like they still have some util to work with, but probably not as much as they'd like to have. Star looked like maybe he's trying to find a gunfight over towards B mid, but not quite getting it yet. And now util getting dumped B long. No one there to really punish off of it immediately. But yeah, that timer is definitely ticking down. Dom is in a really good spot, but I'm sure Elevate are going to check A mid before they rotate. I feel like they've been on top of that this whole time. And yeah, now Util's getting tossed towards the truck. Masia still locking it down though and able to find a headshot. Trying to see if he can maybe find the second, but Arm is ready for the trade. Only 2 players left live on the side of Underestimated. They got to go for the bomb plant now. There's no time left. And yeah, that headshot's going to come out. And I think they're just going to try and fight him while he's planting the bomb. And yeah, the pull-out time on that HK is just so slow. He didn't even have time to pull out the gun before Star was on him. He said, let me flex the skin real quick for the stream.
He's got plenty of time. There's no problem. Underestimated losing that round, but they were able to get the bomb planted. A little extra cash will be sent over towards them because of that, and that's always good. Having to play your second half on the breach side. You need that plant as often as you possibly can get it.
And I love that Elevate are trying to adapt and rock the HK themselves. I don't know if they're also trying. I just didn't see them buying it all in the first half. And so I'm wondering if they're just trying to copy Underestimated or if it was part of their plan all along.
Explain working the Scar again. Like you said, the HK there in the hands of Star. Great weapons to utilize on the Coalition side. Underestimated, taking their time. Looking over towards B, seeing if they can find an opening pick here.
Smoke out.
Mossy is pushed up, not exposing himself, but he could easily rotate over towards baggage. Beginning to move just a little bit. It's Donnelly over here by Cart. Under a minute left on the clock. Underestimated, about to make a move here. You can see the movement over here inside of B long. They're going to start pushing it down here. Nobody's yet to get dropped. Explain. Just waiting for a little bit of yellow there in his crosshair. He's about to find it. Arm creeping out. He's got an SG. Util coming over, going to stop that push. Do they... Looks like they're going to commit. Nobody's going to rotate. Dom hanging in the back, making sure there's no lurkers. Arms the first to strike, find and explain. That's a huge opening pick. Mossy is right there. He's able to double up right through the smoke. And this is a potential win here. Just off those opening kills there. From Arm. Trying to find the third. He's able to do so. Star is down. It's just up to Donnelly now. And he's gone.
And he's knifed him. What just
round.
happened?
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, I guess he had just the perfectly timed backstab, but Underestimated pulling off a flawless round there. I don't think anyone got dropped on their side. And Elevate really need to respond to him now. Underestimated have been really good about the lurks here on the second half, and just in general the whole game. They've been lurking a lot. They've been able to take space that Elevate aren't really expecting. And I think that's the one thing they need to be a little bit more careful for if they don't want to drop this map. But I'm starting to think it's going to Underestimated. It's looking very likely.
Yeah, they seem to be playing a little better towards the end of each half. But you still got that slight Coalition advantage on the side of Elevate. We'll see how this goes down. If you're an Elevate fan, I wouldn't be giving up hope just yet. Man, picked off already though. It's Star having gone down.
Yeah, still a full minute to work with here. I'm not sure what the plan is for Underestimated. It looks like Dom is starting to rotate out. Maybe show a little presence towards A and is going to regroup with the team now. And Josh is pushed up quite far in A mid as well. And yeah, he's going to take out Masia from behind. Josh finding 3 picks for the round. Tao now dancing around the truck, able to find the headshot, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Trying to go for the spray there by the truck, but yeah, all that util is just going to force him to back up. Donnelly just sitting in the incendiary, and yeah, I don't know if he got blinded out or what.
Bomb has been planted.
But
Yeah, I didn't see a flashbang icon.
I think he was blind for like a moment there and just couldn't really see where he was walking. That's what I'm going to assume. But yeah, Tao choosing to save has worked his way all the way into the breach spawn. I don't think they're going to look for him all the way back here.
And this is going to be another round going to Team Underestimated. They'll take their lead up by 2 here on the breach side. 4 players looking like they will be staying alive. As long as nobody gets taken out by the bomb, hanging too close. You could try to hunt
get a
for
pick
him,
here.
but yeah, it would
If
be
he
big.
Death is low. He could probably get the pick if he peeks out.
Breach wins.
There's just no reason to. For anybody underestimated, no need to hunt. Play smart. Save those rifles. Taking it to the next round. You only lost 1, which was Josh. He's the only one that's gonna have to buy here. Just a little bit of util, maybe some refresh on the armor. Here's this play by Tao. Comes out, finds Josh. The incendiary comes over the top. Tao gets a little bit of damage done to him. He gets out of there. And then Donnelly just comes in here and starts playing in the fire, dude.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go for a surprise peek, and then it just threw him off. That late flash kind of caught him off guard. And this buy is so broken from Elevate. I mean, Exclaim having to force up an MR96. Tao, M4 in hand, taking an aggressive peek. They're able to find an early pick, though. Make it 2 from Masia. And that is exactly what Elevate needed. Star finding a headshot as well. Dom able to take out him with a crisp headshot. And right now, Exclaim needs to try and see if he can recover a rifle that was dropped somewhere on the map. Underestimated, still have plenty of time to work with here. But Donnelly's going to take out Dom, and it's all up to Josh. Granted, Josh, I think, has been the MVP so far of Underestimated. We've seen him have a lot of huge rounds. Oh, spots him with a wallbang, but he's going to get shot in the back.
Well played by Elevate. I love that aggressive push there through baggage. That was excellent. The last couple of rounds, Underestimated had so much time. They were playing very, very passively on the Elevate side. This time, you're like, you know what? They've been playing this. They're getting a little comfortable. We're going to go ahead and apply some pressure there, and that paid off for Elevate. Well played.
Yeah, Underestimated not quite able to bring us to match point yet, but they have another chance here. And it's looking like, once again, a lot of presence being shown towards B here. Stars pushed up really far in A mid, though. I don't know if they're going to expect him to be all the way up here. Josh popping that reload. I almost thought Star was going to try and peek out off of that. I think ultimately he's going to be the one who has some clutch positioning for this round. Oh, and yeah, he spots him trying to pop the reload, but no, he doesn't connect the shots. And Dom is able to cancel the reload and take him down. I put so much faith in Star. Explain able to find one. And Josh gonna get the quick refrag. Mosia still locking it down towards B long. Underestimated, looking like they're gonna group towards B, but they haven't taken a whole lot of space quite yet. And Mosia able to find a crisp headshot. Trying to see if he can spot the second, but Tyler's ready with the pre-fire. Headshot gonna take him down. Tao has a pretty good spot over on site here. If he can just land the shots from B long, that's all he's got to do. And I think he's keeping his attention on that right now. And yeah, the util's coming out. Now he's just watching for that cross. Are they going to expect him on the truck here? And he's able to find two with the spray. And it's all up to Tyler left in the 1-on-2. Trying to cross towards site, but it's Tao with the headshot to triple up for the round. And that is the clutch play that Elevate needed to stay alive in this game. We're all tied up here. Only potentially up to 3 rounds left in this first map.
This is what you want to see from the grand finals. Chat, make sure you drop a like if you haven't already. This is going to be closing out here shortly. Like Mantis just said, 3 rounds max before we see who's going to be leading 1-0 in this best of 5 series.
Oh, are we going to get an aggressive play here? I'm seeing 2 players be long on the side of Elevate, as well as one locking it down by the luggage. Util getting dumped here, and it's actually looking like we have a bit of a broken buy. I don't know if that was miscommunication or what, but some players have forced, some players haven't, and I don't really know how that's going to translate into the next round if Underestimated don't end up winning it. Star able to find a headshot on Death, and Flash is going to come out now. Mosia trying to help out towards B mid here. Frag to soften him up. X-Flame finding one, and the frag is going to take down Josh. Not even the rifle needed. Arm is the last man standing, but this is an SG down, and I think Elevate are going to try and maybe see if they can secure it for the round. And Star's able to drop them, but I'm not sure that the SG is going to get dropped. And here's a look at Tao again. Absolutely clutching up for Elevate here. This play might have won Elevate the game if they end up winning this map. I mean, that was a crucial round, and just able to get 2 free picks with no one clearing him. That's just being in the right place at the right time.
Looking over at the economy of Elevate, even if they lose this round, they're set up decently. Underestimated not only needing to win this, but kind of commandingly. The loss bonus will be reset. Either way, I think Elevate set up very well here to take map number 1. But I would have underestimated them yet.
Oh my god, wait, Star's pushed up so far. No, he's
I totally missed that.
I didn't even realize he was all the way up there. This guy is
damage
crazy.
done to Dom.
Incendiary out.
Yeah, we've seen Star play very interestingly here. I mean, I've seen him like push up and try and catch players off guard. I think just because it happened last round, maybe they were expecting it already. Oh, and Josh with the wallbang is going to drop Donnelly. That's 2 players dropped on the side of Elevate, but Dom and Josh are super low, which means they got to be careful where they go, because a little spam, a little wallbang is all you need to get those picks. And especially if they go towards B, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of shots popped through the smoke here on the cross. So they got to be careful about pushing up. They probably want to be the players who hang back instead of having to maybe suffer, potentially taking a little bit of chip damage there. Util's coming out towards B, though. It's looking like a full-on executor. X-Flame with the M4 in hand, but the smoke is going to come out, and he's waiting to see if he can spot someone. Able to get some damage, but not quite the kill. Death finding him while blind, and it's all up to Tao, left alone in a 1 versus 5. and it looks like he's choosing to save the
Bomb's been
SG,
planted.
which you can't really blame him. That is the one rifle he cannot rebuy on the coalition side. And we're going 12 to 12 here.
Can't get much closer than this. Tao's gonna be careful. Coming around the corner. Oh, he's gonna call with his knife out. Oh no, he's somehow able to swing on Josh. They know where he's at now, though. He's got some armor to work with. Smoke is down. They're hunting him. He's just hiding in it. Say your prayers.
I mean, it'll work for now. Does he know there's 3 players behind him, though? That's the question. He would find the second pick, but no, it's death. Their push-up so far, they were on the hunt. Granted, the rifles dropped there might have had a bit of an impact. Yeah, I don't think they can buy SGs now. They might be forced to go with a weaker rifle. And here we're seeing the scoreboard. Again, Josh going 25 and 18. It's looking very even on the side of Elevate, though, with the exception of Donnelly. Only 2 kill difference across the entire scoreboard.
And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. It all comes down to this in map number 1. It's to be underestimated or Team Elevate. Dom open up with some blind fire. Not finding anybody, just saying hello. Plenty of time to work with here. Very assiduous play once again for underestimated. We've seen this a lot on the breach side. Star deciding not to get super aggressive here, just hanging back. Actually picked the HK up. Watching
Yeah,
that
we've seen
AD.
him rock it a couple of times. I wonder if that's going to be the gun that saves them for this round. Underestimated, they've been favoring the B site a lot here on the breach side, and looking like they're going to take it back here again in round number 25. We have 2 players inside of B mid, though, Star and Exclaim, both trying to lock it down with HKs, no less. Does the HK have the firepower that they need? Mossy as well, HK. I just realized, hold on, we have 3 HKs from Elevate. I wasn't really keeping count, but it's 3 HKs on the B site here. And this might catch underestimated off guard. We've seen maybe 1 bot at most here. But yeah, the wallbangs are coming out, and Star finding 2 wallbangs with the HK. I think that was through the sign as well. And Mossy with the headshot. And only 2 players left alive for underestimated, but Star pushing up, finds the 3rd, trying to see if he can get the 4th, but Tyler is going to find the trade, but he's so low, and Exclaim is going to clean it up. It's an HK sweep for Elevate on the final round.
What a map number 1. Team Elevate is able to just pull ahead there 13 to 12 and take the lead in this series. Well played to them. There were so many moments where it looked like underestimated was going to win that would flip back and forth. An incredible first map. You can see that high ping didn't hurt Elevate as much as we were talking about. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes having a higher ping really affects you, and then sometimes it doesn't. Might have even helped them a little bit here in this map number 1. Well played to them.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the way they were playing, you could tell. I think that's the one thing you got to do when you have high ping is you just have to play aggressively. You got to take gunfights. You can't play passively. And Elevate definitely did that a lot in this first map here, and trying to make sure they could take advantage of the ping as much as possible. But yeah, I mean, 13 to 12 on the first map is already diabolical. That just tells that like sets the stage perfectly for the grand finals here. I feel like we're gonna have a very close matchup coming into this grand finals. Again, congratulations to Elevate for barely pulling off the win. Again, that final round was absolutely insane with the HKs there. And I think it was Star who got a 2K with the spray down. And it's funny because I think Star was the one who died to that spray from underestimated in the first place. It was Tyler, I think, who had just sprayed him down with the wallbang. And Star was like, you know what? I'm saving that. And then in round number 25, the final round of the game, he said, let me punish them with their own wallbang in return.
Love it. We're headed over to Canals for map number 2, which means we're no snipers in map 1, but I would assume we're going to see once again some SCAR action as well as the HKs for those longer range engagements, as the teams were really favoring it there in that map.
Oh yeah, HK for sure is going to be getting bought out here. Well, I do believe in a couple of moments here we're going to be getting ready to prepare map number 2 for y'all. But just to let y'all know, if y'all are watching down in the official stream here, you guys can go ahead and enter a giveaway real quick. We're going to be doing one in the chat for 5 winter cases. So make sure you guys are dropping those usernames and IDs. And then we're going to be picking one lucky person to get 5 winter cases. We'll be deciding the winner when we do come back from the break. We're going to go ahead and give y'all some time to enter and make sure y'all are caught up with the stream delay and whatnot. But in just a couple of moments here, we're going to be preparing map number 2 for y'all. So make sure y'all are dropping those IDs if you want to be entered in that giveaway.
Folks, we'll see you on the flip side. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Continue doing this spam. We're going to be choosing a winner here shortly. I'm Son of Death, and I'm joined by Manthus. We are heading into map number 2. Just had a very exciting 13-12 on map number 1.
Oh yeah, it was definitely exciting, and I'm wondering if we're going to get as much HK action on this map. Obviously, you have a long-range map like Canals. I feel like it's got to happen, right? You're going to get some HK action at some point, but I do think one of the main reasons they were buying up that HK was for the wallbangs. We saw them utilizing the wallbangs a lot. That's not really something you can do as much on Canals. Obviously, they exist, but the kind of angles or the way they were rocking the HK there, you don't get those long-range wallbangs as often. And so I'm not really sure if we're going to be seeing as much wallbang action in this map, but probably still almost as much HK action.
I think so. I think we'll see some Scar as well. Maybe the Sniper. I mean, of all the maps to have the Sniper pulled out on, it's got to be Canals, right? It has to be Canals. Ladies and gentlemen, you mentioned we were going to do the winner. I'm going to go ahead and announce them right now for the cases. Congratulations to, I think it's Damon or maybe Diamond. Congratulations, just dropped your name there in the comments. Again, congratulations to you. I've sent your name on over and should be receiving those cases shortly. Congratulations on that.
And of course, before we jump into the second map, just a quick reminder for those of y'all just tuning in, if you haven't already bought it yet, make sure y'all are getting the Critical Ops Odyssey supporter bundle. Again, you can see the gloves and the knife with the prices there, but if you get them together, 10 euros off, 59.99. And again, it is a very clean bundle. You've seen a couple of players rocking this knife and glove combo on stream already. If you want to look as clean as them, then make sure you guys are buying it up.
And those cases should have already been sent over by now, Damon. So congratulations on that again. Yeah, like I said, that knife, I just love it. The wording, the way it looks, like it's just cyberpunk. You know what? You get something good in game. You need some energy as well. You need to have that extra edge over your opponent. You look cool, but sometimes you still need a little extra edge. And that's where Code Esports Mobile has you covered. 30% off anything at gfuel.com by utilizing that code at checkout. Toss it on in there. 30% off anything in your cart. Get something for yourself, or maybe you're looking for an extra gift, a stocking stuffer maybe for the holidays. Well, G Fuel is the perfect gift for that. Not only do you get the amazing product that is G Fuel, but you get to help us out here in the mobile Esports, as well as saving yourself some extra change right now. So that code is 30% off for a limited time. Take advantage of it while you can. And of course, you need a little extra edge as well. The Game Sir X5S controller has you covered. We took a closer look at it earlier. I think we'll do that again here, maybe in a couple minutes or maybe a little later on in stream. You can enter the giveaway in the GLEAM down in the description right now. You can check that out. You guys know how to do a GLEAM giveaway. You've been around on the internet long enough to know how that works. And we're giving away one live later on stream too, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we'll be announcing whenever we're giving away that controller, but that's going to be different from the GLEAM giveaway. There's going to still a GLEAM giveaway that y'all can enter in the description right now at any moment during the stream. Just make sure y'all are entering that one, but we'll be giving another one away live. We'll be picking someone in the chat to win one. Again, we'll announce more about that probably after this map or after map number 3. Again, just stay tuned for that.
Yeah, thanks for the clarification of that. Yep, 100%. And then if you are the winner of this tournament, we're about to find out who that is here in a few hours. You're going to have your name, your team forever memorialized somewhere inside of Critical Ops. So cool, Manthus.
Oh yeah, of course you're seeing on the training map here, Legion, whenever all those players are pulling up to aim train, they're going to have the champions flex right there. So maybe they're thinking, you know what, if we aim train hard enough, maybe our names will be up there one day. And of course, on one of the diffuse maps as well, they'll find a place to put it. Y'all already saw the example there on Plaza, but it could be on a number of the diffuse maps. The teams are going to get to pick one, and they'll have their names written down there. So again, whoever ends up becoming the champion here, whether it's going to be elevate or underestimated, they're going to have their names written down on a Critical Ops map and embroidered in the history of it.
I think the bus stop's the coolest one. That's just me. Just saying, I think the bus stop's the coolest one there on the OG map of Barcelona. Showing my age here. Now,
I was going to say it'd be really cool to see it on a map like Legacy, but the teams always ban it, so we're never going to get to see it, you know?
I know. It would be like, so yeah, in the art museum or something, that'd be really cool. Like under each piece of art or something. That's a little extreme. That's
no, you gotta take like one of the glass stands and it has like a plaque on it, and it just has all the names, and it's like it looks like a piece of history, but it just has all the player names written down on it.
And it is a piece.
Maybe if y'all stop banning Legacy, we could do that.
Yeah, no kidding. I was like the first left swipe. Come on, guys. I mean, It is what it is. Treat the map veto like a Tinder swipe. Well, folks, we're about to hop on into this. Stay tuned. Map number 2 is just about to start. I know you guys want to get into the action as quickly as possible, and so do we, but we got to do everything in the background to make sure everything is on the up and up. There is recording going on here for the grand finals. They got to do those, send those off. If you know the drill, you know the drill. If you don't, well, go ahead and sign up for the next tournament. Stay tuned to social media for all that information.
Now, the biggest thing I kind of want to know about is if we think this map is going to be as close. Because again, we got to remember, Elevate won the last map, but they didn't get to play on their own server. And this was a map where we saw Underestimated win last week. Coming over to Canals, Underestimated ended up losing this map last week. And not only that, but we're playing on Elevate's server. It was Underestimated's map pick. And so I think it's interesting how it kind of flipped around with the map picks. We went to Grounded, which was Elevate's map pick. But here we go. We're into the knife real quick. And it's looking like Elevate's going to win it out. So not only do they get to play on their own servers here, but they're going to get to pick the side as well. And I'm just curious what y'all's predictions are for those of you watching, because I don't know. Underestimated did not pick up this map last week, and I don't know how they're going to do playing on the European servers as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, just for clarification, the giveaway is currently over. We'll let you know when we are doing another one. You guys can start that spam again. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's how you get your jollies. It's all good. You can keep doing it, but just want to let you know. All right, Mantis, here we go. Yeah, because we were Underestimated, struggling a little bit on this map last week. We'll see how this goes. I'm curious to see. I'm hearing noise in the background. I think yeah, here we go. I didn't want to preemptively say that we're live, but I was just waiting for that final confirmation, and here we go.
When it's all belong.
My guardian angel.
And Star getting shot in the back immediately, just choosing to push out. It says, nope, I am not getting overrun here. Gonna drop down into the cafe and kind of wait for his team to regroup with him, which again, can't really blame him. He's already taken a little bit of damage. And now Exclaim and Tao coming in from the bridge here. Star's still locking it down in this cafe. Elevate are trying to push up and see what they can do. And we're just going for the ninja defuse. Elevate, they're just sticking it. Tao is gonna eat the bullets, but no, he doesn't quite get it off. And it's all down to Masia, but he's gonna get dropped. And first round on the board is gonna be going to Underestimated. I thought they were gonna get the ninja fuse there for just a moment. It was looking very close.
And we are underway here. Death opening it up there for Underestimated. Star quick with the refrag with the MR in hand. He's your Lone Star Cowboy.
Oh,
Donald.
the headshots. Oh my god, how many headshots is this guy gonna get with an XD? And Star fighting a shot through the smoke as well. What is happening? This is an eco run for LA, and they're pushing up through the smoke for the backstab.
Wins.
Okay, what? Elevative just won the pistol round. On Canals, no less.
Yeah, a little eco. We saw it happened, Team Rain either forcing up or taking the eco rounds last week over Team Underestimated. Oh man, that diffused. The bodies there trying to block the bullets. That was...
It's respectable. I mean,
good effort. I loved it, yeah.
If you have the P250s, they don't really have a whole lot of firepower. And so if you just stack up enough bodies in the way, it's like maybe you can pull it off. And it almost worked as well. And Star's already bought up an HK coming in around number 3 here. We have 3 players trying to take advantage of the tunnels moving over towards the boat. But Star finding a smoke wallbang headshot onto Josh. That's gotta hurt. And it's looking like the bomb is moving towards the A side. Exclaim able to find one on the backstab and gets a second as well. Arm the last man standing over towards Elbow, but the bomb has already been dropped. And it's Exclaim finding 3 with the Scar. And we're already seeing the Scar HK gameplay super early into this round. And I think the Scar is actually a really good buy on this map. You have a lot of long range angles.
Yep.
And it's definitely a good high penetration weapon to use as well. Because I was going to say the Scar and the HK both have really good penetration. The difference is I think the Scar is just a little bit better for those close range encounters.
Yep. Well, and it's nice too, because if you pick the sniper rifle for the longer range stuff, obviously that's going to be the superior weapon. But if you get into a situation where you have to guard a bomb site, your team's fallen, you're the last one alone on A, the Scar is just going to be better to work with. It's not ideal. You'd rather have an SG or maybe an M4, but it's better to work with in the ratio. I think that's what the teams have realized, and why we're seeing that being opted for more than the ratio pulled out. Player down here already on team underestimated. Mossy making some noise. He's got no armor left, just a little helmet. Don't wear hats anymore.
Oh,
Star
that
finding
frag
Tyler.
doing some damage.
Tossing flashbang.
2 players down here for underestimated.
Popping smoke.
This is again similar stuff we saw from map 1. Early on, Elevate seems to be dominating on start of the half, and then underestimated was able to close it up, take the lead, and start dominating more towards the end of the second half on each side. Ultimately ended up losing to Elevate, but still very close, 13-12. So it's kind of just a little bit of a repeat of what we saw last time.
And that's one thing Underestimated are doing differently here. They're taking advantage of mid a lot. I'm seeing them push into tunnels, try and take control of boat almost every single round. They've been doing it so far, and they definitely were not doing that last week. And I'm wondering if Elevate are going to adapt, start getting a little more aggressive. But we're seeing all pistols from Underestimated here, which means it might be a field day for Tao. He's worked his way in the cubby, but Star finding 2 shots through the smoke, whopping headshots. Dude, somebody stop this guy with the HK. He just got the crosshair placement down an arm, able to spot a player on the drop, but popping the shots just a little early. Trying to see if he can find the kill. He's done so much damage, but yeah, now he's going to get pushed from all sides. And trying to find the headshot, but not quite. I don't know how Star keeps getting away with this, but somehow they're just going to keep on feeding him the kills with the HK. And there's not even like counterplay to that. You just got to wait for him to stop shooting.
Riot Shield question mark? I won't say anything. Round number 6 here.
You updating
underway.
Critical Ops 2026?
I'm just saying, like, maybe that would be a way, or you can just push your teammate into it and come around firing. Explain back on the Scar here. Arm is about to push. What does Arm have in hand? Trying to find an SG. No, I was thinking he might have the HK. Tyler coming out here. Ooh, that's a flashbang of the year. Donnelly taking full advantage of that. Star about to peek out here. Player alone, he drops down, able to do big damage, but Josh is ultimately going to win the gunfight versus him. Donnelly coming from behind it, it's Arm. Big plays coming in from underestimated. 2 players still alive for Team Elevate, though. Bomb is down. Elevate looking to go ahead and get on top of it. Tao getting, wow.
Okay.
Death comes up with a huge 2K with the SG in his hand, and underestimated closing it to 2.
And again, just there's the look again at Star
Wild.
finding 2 picks. Dude, y'all gotta write this down, all right? For those of you watching, like, this is the lineup you need in your ranked games, all right? Just look, I don't even think he's doing anything. He's just standing in a spot and shooting his gun. There's no recoil to it. Anyone can do this setup. Just figure out what the lineup is and take a screenshot. Do what you gotta do.
Okay, don't fully lie. I mean, they always make it look easier than it is, but yeah.
And already opening up with an HK pick over towards the bridge, able to drop Josh. It's looking like an A-side execute from underestimated here. Mossy with a frag gonna do some damage, and Star finds another one of those kills with the HK. Every time I see those 3 indicators on the map, I'm like, I know he's done some devious magic here. It's all down to death alone. Still
He's flirting with death
having to
right
deal with
now.
the incendiary. Yeah, I don't know how he's
26
gonna get out of
HP.
this corner.
Yeah, tough. Centenary still there making some noise. Tao coming back around. He's gonna swing him or not. Wait, 22 left to his name, and Donnelly's gonna be the one to finish him off.
Flashbang out.
Oh, we're gonna look at that flashbang. Yeah, that was
perfect.
I mean, Tyler's just like, all right, I am literally looking into heaven right now. But yeah,
Yeah,
anytime I
I
look
think
at the map and I see wallbang through the smoke headshot, I know Star's doing some devious wallbang lineup. He's got it written down. I mean, he's gotten like 5 or 6 kills like that already. And okay, Explain says, you know what? Let me do that as well. And Star's finding 2 headshots with the HK as well. I mean, what is happening right now? We are just... This is like a playground for Elevate. Star, low HP, not really carrying. Definitely a little bit of a reckless peek from him. It's all down to Tyler, but he's left in a 1v4. Managed to work his way into the tunnels, but I think they know he's here as well. And yeah, Donnelly's gonna be the first to fall, but Explain is pushed up really far. I don't know what's happening right now, but Elevate have turned Canals into their own little personal playground right now.
Yeah, so far Elevate is having a field day with Underestimated. This is about the time in the previous map where you saw Underestimated beginning to turn up. That was wild. Game sense right there from Explain. Explain that, man. Why? Absolutely wild. Round number 9. We'll see again if we'll see the pattern continue for map number 1. If he can go ahead and, or if a team Underestimated that is, can go ahead and start turning up here and start fighting back. But only 4 rounds left here in this half.
I feel like the best way to punish this setup as Underestimated is just go hard B. Like, you know Star is launching those shots through the smoke. You get one player to toss the smoke over towards the A side just to make him start spamming and then catch him off guard while he's reloading or something. I feel like that's what you got to do if you're Underestimated, because right now just trying to fast push A, it's not possible when he's going for that spam. They got to either slow it down or go somewhere else. And right now, Underestimated, they got to decide what they're going to do with this round. Only 2 players left alive for Elevate. It's going to be Masia on the truck, trying to lock it down. But oh, it's Dom with the headshot. A really crisp flick from him there, and Donnelly is going to eat that flash to its fullest extent. And Bomb is going to go down. Donnelly has a bit of work to do here if he wants to win this round. Able to find the first headshot and get some wallbang spam as well. But he's going to have to pop the reload soon. And yeah, he's forced to pop it there. But still hasn't taken any damage yet from the gunfights. He's trying to see if he can maybe find that last kill. He knows there's one on the truck. But the double peek is going to come out at the last second, and Underestimated are going to pick up the round. I think Elevate were on quite the win streak there for a little bit, so definitely much needed from Underestimated.
Got enough cash to buy up here on the side of Underestimated. That loss bonus is going to reset. It'll be crucial for them to win this next round. Really need that bomb planted as well. I mean, the way Elevate's playing, I don't want to jinx them, but I'm going to say it anyways. I could see a 9-3 half. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it would not surprise me with the way this has been going. But Underestimated, not going to let that happen easy. Already 2 players down. Star was able to find one, but Death got the refrag on him. Death making a whole lot of noise there. Goes ahead and moves back around the corner as the smoke begins to dissipate. I thought we were going to have an altercation there, but they decided to slow on down. Incendiary coming out, blocking the path. Going for one more reload. Frag going over the top. Explain. Actually ends up doing a little bit of damage there to Death. Not big. Gonna cross the canal here. Move to Cafe. Mossy is gonna deny that espresso. And it's Dom who's made it inside. We'll see if he can pick up a cup of coffee or not. Explain finding one. Not able to go for the second. It's Josh drops him. It's a 2v2 here, Manthus. 50 seconds here on the clock. They're on the bomb site. Mossy swinging, getting some damage. Looking to see if he can finalize. Josh and Dom are both very low HP. Bomb been planted. Crucial for Underestimated to do that here. They need the cash, win or lose. And it's just up to Josh. 34 HP to his name. Mossy's about to swing. And he finds him. Bomb will be defused. And Team Elevate back in the lead by 4 here.
Bomb has been defused.
7-3.
What a very well executed retake there from Elevate. We can even see how they were peeking together coming into that. And I honestly think them playing together might have caught Underestimated a bit off guard, because normally you're expecting to get pinched from 2 angles at once, but when they're swinging together like that, we've seen that's something that a lot of our European teams love to do a lot, and a little bit of gun swap happening towards the spawn there. Yuto getting dumped and Star peeking out the HK aggressively, trying to see if he can find anyone early, but not quite going to be getting the kills yet. Oh, and some shots are getting popped in. What is that shot? Headshot through the smoke and gets a second as well on arm. And if almost finds the third, has to run out or has to reload. And it's Tyler with the frag to take him down. But Donnelly's going to get the trade. And we're down to an A-side execute from these last 2 players. Death pushing and able to find the first headshot. Almost gets Masia, drops him quite low. But Elevate have made it 8-3, and I don't know. I mean, you might have been spot on with that prediction study, because we are at the final round before the flip. Everyone has enough money to full buy, do whatever they got to do with that cash.
You know, Star wants a drum mag on that HK. After that, where he runs out of ammo, isn't able to finish, get that 3K. He's like, I need a drum mag on this thing.
Oh my god, look at this. We're running 2 weapons here.
Oh my
said,
gosh.
Let me get an HK and then switch to the Scar afterwards. I love it.
You gotta work the meta, man. You gotta work the meta. Donnelly can be the first to open it up there for Team Elevate. Explain some smoke down. He's gonna get a little aggressive, looking to find the first player. He's able to do so. Star fighting two. It's Dom and Josh going down to his hands. Death getting a little aggressive, creeping through. He's gonna find an altercation with Star, but there's so many players surrounding him. Masia drops him, and there it is, folks. 9-3 here on the first half. Team Elevate leading by 6. Yeah, look at this. You know he wants a drum mag. Finds one. That was so clean, by the way. And look at that. Strafing across. He's got 6 rounds left, able to land a couple shots. It's like, man, I just need like 15 more rounds in there. You know what I mean? Like 20 is just not enough. Give me 15 more.
And the one thing I've noticed about Underestimated, because they were doing it a lot last map, I don't think Underestimated have bought a single HK. We've been looking at Elevate the whole time, but Underestimated have not bought one yet. I don't know if they're planning on it, or maybe they think they only want to rock it on the Coalition side, but on that Breach side, they haven't opted to go for it a single time. And so Elevate been having a lot of fun with it. I'm curious to see if Underestimated will as well. Star gonna be the first to take a gunfight and manages to find the double headshot on Tyler. That's gonna be a huge pick over towards mid. And now Dom is going to spot him out. The question is, do they know that this is going to be a B push? They're starting to rotate off the site, it looks like. And it's 4 players B long. Dom trying to back up into Cafe real quick, but he's about to get overrun. And yeah, it's just a sea of yellow pushing him over towards Cafe. But no, the players are going to come in from spawn, and it's all down to Donnelly, left alone, trying to get out. Manages to run out of there somehow. Switches to the XD. Only 10 bullets in it, though. Gonna have time to pop the reload now.
Dude, he's across.
Yeah, I would say he could cross. I don't think he knows that both players are there. He's only spotted one of them. But he might be suspicious of it now. And that bomb plant should be going down here momentarily.
Big play from Elevate. Just being able to get that bomb plant, Amanthus. Even if you lose this round here, you still have a big lead and you get the little extra cash to work with. You could potentially force up if you wanted to and try to go ahead and not start a little win streak there on the Underestimated side. But he's still in this. He's got armor to work with, a decent weapon. He's got to try to solo these. He's got to try to go ahead and get into 1v1 here, and it's not going to be easy. Oh, it's going to be tough. They're pushing him together. That's going to push out, trying to go for the defuse, and he's going to win the gunfight. And there it is, man. This underestimating me, taking the pistol round here on the flip. Still down by 5. That's what you needed if you want to start this comeback.
100%, but I think you were right. We're probably going to see a force here from Elevate. I don't know, maybe not. But no, there we go. We're seeing the AKs being bought out. And I think, yeah, they're going to be rocking 4 AKs. Masia with the Deagle. Maybe just trying to see if he can pick up a weapon after it gets dropped. No armor, though. I was kind of expecting him to go with the armor, yeah.
Yeah,
that's kind of interesting. Oh, an arm is in a really good spot here. But opts to back up. Which again, can't blame them. They don't know what the buy is yet for the side of Elevate. They don't know if it's pistols. They don't know if it's AKs.
Yep.
It could be either or. And Arm trying to pop some shots, but Tao's going to open up with an AK headshot. And Arm not able to find the kill. Star finding a headshot as well. And that's 2 weapons dropped for Underestimated. Now Tyler's forced to push into elbow because he's alone on site and trying to just see what space he can take before he gets overrun. But Tao finding a second headshot for the round. And Dom trying to get aggressive B long now. But we have Star waiting here. I don't know if they're going to expect him. And he gets caught with a knife out. And Star will pretend he didn't miss the first shot, but he landed the second one. And it's a flawless round for Elevate. And I think that's going to force Underestimated to take an eco here.
Love that play. You get to bomb plant, you go ahead and you force up. I was still a little surprised Masia didn't buy any armor there. And you go ahead and clean up that round. Back up by 6. And now you're forcing Underestimated into an eco here. And you're looking to take your lead potentially to 7 here. Elevate is just dancing on top of Underestimated here. You got to do something. What are you going to do, Underestimated? I mean, it's about to be 11-4 here, unless you come up with some big upset here in round number 15.
It's looking like Elevator going to be pinching the A site. Star, M4 in hand, gonna spot the first gunfight. Oh, he gets so low though. Dom almost finding him. Josh trying to swing out real quick and catch someone off guard, but it's all a sea of yellow in the kill feed as it's all down to death. Last man standing. Deagle in hand. What is that jumping shot though? Somehow manages to pick up a nasty kill, but he's about to get overrun. And yeah, Masia with a wallbang headshot. And yeah, like you were saying, we're at 11 right now. Elevate is 1 win away from match point.
And there's the HK being bought here on the side of Underestimated. They decided to try to pull it out. 2 of them, Arm and Death, have it in their hands. We'll see if they become the death machine for Underestimated, or if once again, Elevate is going to rise above them. Star already finding Arm. That's a big opening pick. Tyler coming around the corner trying to make some noise, but Moski's going to quickly shut him down there inside a tree elbow. Death finding the first kill with the HK in his hand. And now they're just taking their time. Bomb is in the hands of Donnelly, and they're making their way over here towards the A site. They're about to put a ring on it and commit to it. Josh trying his best to watch multiple angles. It's tough here. Little flash. He's flashed full. And wow, he's somehow able to get one kill before Tao ultimately puts him down. Death Star standing in the corner. Didn't see him shining. Dom quick with the refrag, and I'm a little confused at what's going on right here. The bomb has been planted, and it's up to Dom, the remaining player alive here, down on bottom catwalk. Manthus.
I thought he was going to go for that HK, but it looks like he opts to leave it behind. But again, for A site, you can't really blame him. And it's Tao and the Cubby just locking it down, and I don't think Dom was expecting that. He wasn't even aiming at that angle, and we're at match point. This is like a complete flip on everything. I mean, we had 13-12, and it was 12-12 before that for the first map, keep in mind. Here's that jumping shot again, real quick from Death. But we literally went the full distance on that first map, and now Elevator already at match point, and Underestimated only put 4 on the board, which is already telling us, even if we go to 5 maps here, Elevator in a really good spot round balance wise to pick their own server going forward.
Yeah. An incredible performance this far by Elevate. It's not over. I mean, we've been casting a while, man. We've seen some crazy things happen. I've seen bigger comebacks, but it just doesn't seem like that's going to be a story for this map number 2. But we'll see. It might start getting written here. It has to start here in round number 17. Nobody's yet to go down here on the side of Underestimated. Elevate feeling good though. They're high up in the clouds. Incendiary going in, blocking them off. They're beginning to push in, and Underestimated just doesn't seem like they got anything they could do here on this A site. They got to get an opening pick. Star watching T-Bridge. Josh about to swing. Tao coming in. Big shots on Donnelly. Josh swings around the corner, finds Donnelly, but Tao quick with 2 kills right there. Mossy going to win an arm, and it's about cleaned up here. Dom and Death are alive. Low HP here, though, for Death, and he's going to find it. And Explain is the man to do it. It's 13-4. Elevate wins. Wow. 24-12.
Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me considering what we saw. But not only that, he died the most. I mean, everyone, like, look at Tao below him, 16 and 5. Only 5 deaths in the entire map. Like, that's absolutely absurd.
The breach wins.
What a performance, though. And congratulations to Elevate for pulling off map number 2. I mean, I think Star for sure was the MVP just with that HK alone. We got like probably almost half of the kills on the lobby just with that HK.
Yeah, I'm a little bit at a loss for words there. That first map was so incredibly close. Was kind of expecting that coming into Canals, and Underestimated was just not prepared. Maybe underestimated Elevate here on the map of Canals. They were all over them. And it is 2-0 now. This is a best of 5, which means if Elevate wins map number 3, it is going to be over for Underestimated, and Elevate will be your champions here for the Odyssey tournament. We haven't even started map 3 yet. We're just getting it prepared. Still plenty of time here for Underestimated to win the next 3 maps. Don't be giving up on them yet, UE fans. Don't underestimate them.
Oh, for sure. There's still plenty of critical ops to be played here. And again, we do got to remember we're going back over to North America servers here, which should give Underestimated the edge. I'm also starting to think those servers might have played a bigger factor than we would have thought. Because again, Underestimated, we're playing on high ping that map, and we just saw them get absolutely destroyed. Whereas when Elevate were playing on high ping, they still put up a really good fight. And very so cool, despite that, Underestimated still almost pulled off the map. And I'm thinking they'll have a very good chance at picking up this next map here if they play their cards correctly. Not enough HK action from Underestimated there in that second map. I thought it was going to get pulled out a little bit more. We didn't see it as much as I would have liked to, which is a little unfortunate. But for sure, I thought it was going to be pulled out a lot more. We saw it a lot of map number 1 on Grounded, so I was like, for sure, Underestimated are going to be utilizing it on this map as well. But it looks like Elevate were the other ones who are really doing it.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what the thought process is behind that, because I think that would have helped them a little bit. And there were several little negatives they were battling with, ping being one of the things, and also being on the breach side to start. But yeah, it's interesting they didn't do that, because you think that would have helped just a little bit to have a little extra damage to be able to throw back at the HKs firing at you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, being that map number 2 just concluded, we're going to go ahead and get map number 3 started. But I want to talk to you all a little bit about this GameSir X5S controller. So let's go ahead and hop on into it. Hey. Hey, what's going on? It's just you and me now. They've passed me the microphone. I have the floor. I get to say whatever I want now, and no one can stop me. You ready? Here it comes. Phenomenal. Hey, in all seriousness, though, I got something phenomenal that I want to show you guys. This is the GameSir X5S controller that I have in my hand here. We're going to go ahead and dive on and take a closer look at this. First off, in the box, this comes with a nice hard plastic carrying case, which is going to protect the controller itself. A little subtle detail on here, though, which makes it so much better. This right down here, you see that? I know the camera's not fully focusing. I'm trying to get it to. It's just not working. It loves my hair too much. That's a USB-C port. Thumbs up for USB-C. But you can see the USB-C port right there while it's in the case. That means you can charge the controller while it's inside the case. I know it's such a small little thing, but I've seen that left out in so many products before. I love this because when I throw this in the backpack after I'm done using it, I can go ahead and plug it into my portable power bank that's inside my backpack and get this charged back up. That right there, that little detail just means a lot to me. I wanted to point that out. So it's got a couple clips here. Go to open it up. And you can pull the controller out, and here it is right here. A nice matte black color to keep everything nice and stealthy. This thing has Hall effect sticks, which means there's going to be no drift with this controller. You're not going to have to deal with any of that drift that happens on later on with a lot of controllers. And that means you're going to be hitting your shots continually. I mean, again, assuming you can hit your shots to begin with, I'm not saying that this is going to give you aim assist. That's a personal problem, whether you can actually hit your shots or not. But if you can hit your shots to begin with, you know what? This is going to be an even better addition to your gaming setup. Also has Hall effect analog triggers here on the back, replaceable X, Y, A, B buttons. This has motion control built in, so gyroscope compatibility as long as the game does, like Critical Ops has. And this has Bluetooth connectivity, 2.4 gigahertz connectivity, and USB-C. Now, you might be thinking, well, I'm just going to play with Bluetooth on my phone, which we'll talk about phone and Bluetooth here in a second. But this is also compatible with the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, as well as PC. So this little controller here is super, super flexible. And speaking of flexible, you might be thinking, Jake, this controller is a little small. You know, we're carrying almost 7-inch phones around in our pockets now. We got phablets in there. This is my device isn't going to fit in here. Well, this thing's been taking yoga classes, man. It stretches all the way out. You could fit a little tablet in here if you wanted to. We're going to go ahead and put in a phone, clear this notification so you guys can't see that. Slide the 17 Pro Max in, got that right here in hand. Super easy to do. You just go ahead and slide it on in. Just hit my camera control button. And now the device is in there. This has a case on it too. You can see the camera plateau. This thing is snug as a glove. I'm shaking this right now. This is not falling off. You have a very, very secure connection using this controller. As you can see, it's already paired. It is super easy to do when you first get it out of the box. Just slide your device in there, go to Bluetooth settings, and you're paired, and you're ready to go. You are ready to rock as long as the game is compatible with controller support, which again, Critical Ops is. Slide your device in there. You're ready to play. It's that simple. There's no other things you got to do in the settings or whatnot. You're just ready to go and start playing. Now, I also want to show, just for my Android peeps out there, because I know everybody doesn't use the iPhone. Android fits as well. I got an S23 Ultra right here. Slide this on in. And there you go. Easy to fit, no problem at all. Got a little bit of hair there sticking out. Now, I got cases on both these devices. There might be a certain use case where you might not want to have the case on your device. Because let's be honest. Let's get honest here. I know this is just you and me. We need to stop lying to ourselves. We're not getting on and playing for just 15 minutes. Like that is a total lie. You know, hey mom, I'm just going to play for 30 minutes. You know you're not playing for 30 minutes. That's always been a lie. And also, mom, I still can't pause an online game. I know we've been talking about that for like 20 years at this point. But anyways, I digress. Back to the point. You take your case off. This is why you might want to take the case off. This right here is the FX5 thermal electric. It's the FX5 cooler. This thing is a portable heat sink for the device. Use the heat sink right back here. So you want to take your case off so you can go ahead and have this touching the back of your device. So this can actually go ahead and cool your device while you're gaming for those actual, I would say extended gaming sessions, but let's be honest, almost every single gaming session is an extended session. Unless something unexpected happens, you're sitting down and playing for more than 15 or 20 minutes. This is super easy to connect to the controller. All you got to do here is slide it on the back. I'm going to leave the case on, but you guys get the point. Go ahead, put it on here. I'm going to slide this cooler right over here to the center, and now it's touching the back of the phone right here, and this is going to keep everything nice and cool. This power is on right down here in the bottom, and it's got sweet RGB. I know the green screen's messing with it. This is kind of like a green teal color here for the base mode. You can go ahead and hit the fan button to go ahead and turn it up to like a middle tier mode. It's a darker blue right there. Green screen's still messing with it, but my color of choice, because I want that best performance, I want the overclock right there, which is a nice orange. You can actually see that there on the screen. This is powered. You're ready to go, and you're ready to play for that actual gaming session that you're going to have. This is going to keep your device nice and cool. You can actually touch the heat so you can feel how cool this is. Just having the fan running for like 10 seconds or so. It gets cool fast, and it's keep those devices even cooler, especially if you go ahead and have one of those new coolers there in the iPhone 17s. Your device is going to be running nice and cool, and you're going to get best performance for as long as you're going to go ahead and be playing. Because again, nobody's playing for 15 minutes. Just again, stop lying to yourself. It's not good for your mental health. Folks, again, links are in the description down below, as they always are. Go ahead and check this controller out and the cooler. Again, those links are down there. Do the thing, go down there, click the links, and I definitely recommend getting these phenomenal products from GameSir. And by the way, thank you, GameSir, so much for sponsoring us. Welcome back, everybody. That is the GameSir X5S controller. Again, we'll be giving one away live here later, as well as we're giving away some over on GLEAM. So you can check the link out in the description down below. And again, stay tuned for the live giveaway. All right, Mantis. We're getting ready for map number 3 here.
I do believe we're almost ready for number 3. However, just to let y'all know real quickly, we are going to be doing another giveaway as well for cases. We did one earlier. I do believe now it's 10 cases. I'd like confirmation on that real quick. It is going to be 10 cases indeed. So one person in the chat can get 10 cases real quick. So make sure you guys are dropping your Critical Ops username and ID in the chat right now. We are going to go into a quick little break as well while we just wait for these guys, I believe, to go ahead and pick that. But before we jump into that, real quick, for those of y'all that are just tuning in right now, if you have not already kept your eye on it, in the shop right now, you can get the Critical Ops Odyssey supporter bundle, $59.99 for that price as well. It's going to be $10 off if you go ahead and get the bundle. And again, you've already seen a couple of these players on stream rocking the knife and glove combo. It's clean, and y'all can buy it right now, and you're directly supporting this event by doing so.
And after you head on over there, you pick up the knife and glove combo. I'm still just such a fan of that knife. You know what else I'm a fan of? G Fuel. I don't know what I would do without it. Been using it for been drinking it for over 10 years, almost 10 years now. Not quite. Casting for over 10 years. Almost drinking G Fuel for 10 years. Code Esports Mobile for a limited time is 30% off anything at gfuel.com. That's right. That is anything. You go ahead and toss in your cart. You can throw that code in there just like a flashbang. It'll blind that extra 30%. We'll get rid of it. We'll easily be able to drop it. It's a great opportunity to stock up for the new year. Only 11 days left as the time of this live stream until the new year. Or maybe you're looking for something, a little extra, something for somebody in your family for the holidays. Stocking stuffer, maybe something to put under the tree, whatever the case may be. G Fuel has you covered, and we got you covered with code Esports Mobile for 30% off anything at gfuel.com.
And of course, as we head into map number 3 here, you guys already know we're going to be determining the winner of the Odyssey Tournament 2025 here, and the champions, of course, are going to have their names dropped on one of the maps in game. So first, you guys will see their name will be popping up in the training map Legion, but of course, another diffuse map as well, they can have their names popping up somewhere. They'll get to pick kind of where they want to do it based on what the developers can work with them. But here's an example here on Plaza you guys saw over by the bus stop there, but they can pick from, I believe, a pool of like 7 maps for which one they want their names to be listed down on. Hopefully they get a little creative and pick one of our favorite maps, but they ultimately get to pick whenever they win.
And speaking of Plaza, that's where we are headed for map number 3. I'm excited to see how this goes down. One more thing, the GameSir X5S controller, just talked about it, spent a little time with it. This is a, what's the word? A phenomenal device, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're going to be giving away one live here just in a little bit, so stay tuned in chat here on stream. We'll be announcing that. And then, of course, you can enter the GLEAM giveaway. Links are in the description down below. This works for your mobile devices, whether it's Android or iOS, as well as PC and Nintendo Switch 1 and 2. Incredibly flexible and can fit right into your life. Stretches down into a nice compact controller, and they can stretch on out to fit a wide variety of mobile devices.
All right, well, we gave y'all a couple of moments. Still, I guess, a couple more moments to go ahead and spam your name, so we go ahead and pick a winner real quick. But we're going to be picking one in just a moment here. Make sure you guys have dropped your username and ID if you didn't already do so. And I believe we're going to be looking up a winner and letting y'all know here on stream in just a moment here.
Am I picking or you?
I'll let you do it. I feel like it's kind of your tradition at this point.
Okay. Here we go. Random. Okay, here we go. I'm going to drop it on over here. And these cases should be sent over pretty quick. Adject is OP. Hashtag adject is OP. Sace, congratulations on winning. I'm going to go ahead and drop your name here in the comments section. Congratulations on Sace. I believe that's the way you're pronouncing your name. S-A-S-E. Congratulations, Sace, on winning those cases. Ladies and gentlemen, that giveaway is over. We'll be doing another one here later, so stay tuned. And we're almost ready to hop on in, Manthis. I just got confirmation. We have 9 of 10 players here in the lobby. Thank you to the teams for getting in as quickly as possible. We are doing recordings this week, so that's why things are taking just a little bit longer than last week. But we are almost ready to go ahead and get on in here to the map of Plaza. I have not casted this one in a while. I believe you mentioned that as well, Manthis. This has been...
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I am excited to hop on into this. For those of you joining just now, Elevate currently leads in this best of 5 series 2-0, which means if Elevate takes this W, that's all she wrote. We are closing it out here, and they will be your Odyssey 2025 champions. Underestimated, they got a big uphill battle ahead of them to go ahead and even just keep themselves in this for map number 4, but to go all the way to map number 5 and take the W.
Well, we just got the final confirmation. It looks like all 10 players have made their way into the lobby, and we're about to get that reset for the knife round right now. The question is, we're going to be on North America servers for this map. So I'm wondering who's going to win this knife and who's going to pick what side. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit harder for Elevate to be winning those gunfights here. But again, they always get to pick maps like Plaza where they can force more close range encounters and fast pace. And I feel like you got to play fast pace when you're playing on high ping. And that might have been another big downfall for Underestimated there in that last map, as they picked one of the slowest maps in the game, that being Canals. And now on a map like Plaza, you can definitely take a lot of fast-paced rounds, but the knife is underway, and it's looking like Underestimated are going to pull it off. They're going to be picking their own side in addition to having the server advantage. So everything is pointing towards Underestimated having every advantage possible coming into map number 3 here. And I believe they're deciding right now. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, there's no way we get it, but would it be? I mean, it'd be wild to pull out the ratio. I mean, there are some tight angles you can rock with it. Now I know we're having a bit of a ping difference between these teams due to regional differences, so it might not be the best, but I've seen it done in the past. I mean, that was years ago, but maybe I'm just a sniper sucker. But we're probably once again going to be seeing the Scar and then the HKs. As those have been dominant. And there should be some good opportunities for wall bangs here on this map.
Oh, for sure. Now, I think if we wanted to see some sniper action, well, I don't know, but it's already a clash over towards A mid. Def and Donnelly both finding 2 frags for their own. And Underestimated have gotten really aggressive here. Donnelly trying to back out, does some damage, but not quite the kill. Looks like he broke the helmet on arm. And it's a rotation towards House, but Dom is waiting in here, and he catches Star with the knife out. And it's all up to Masya, able to find the headshot, but not a lot of health to work with, and only 4 bullets in the gun. He's gonna have to try and pop the reload. I don't think he's caught it quite yet. He has to pop the reload before they start to overwhelm him.
Bomb has been planted.
And there we go. Now he's gonna be able to get it off. But it looks like one player coming in from House. He's got a lot to deal with here, and he's gonna spot one of the players, but it's Tyler finding the pick, and Underestimated already off to a fantastic start.
Bomb has been defused.
And it's looking like an eco buy from Elevate, which kind of interesting. I know last map when they ended up winning that pistol round, they actually decided they were just going to go ahead and full send it with the AKs in the second round. But opting to go for the pistols here. Not doing anything too crazy. And we're getting a look at that last round here. Death and Donnelly just immediately striking, and while full blind as well. We had so many headshots in addition to that. I have no idea how he managed to get away with that. Almost got the third as well. Managed to connect the headshot, but not quite finding the pick. And it's looking like Arm on side with the M4, trying to work some magic. Already spotted a couple players, but they're dancing around this pillar here. And it looks like he's getting backstabbed on site. Star's pushed up all the way over here. I think they know he's pushed up this far, though. Tries to spray, manages to find one, but not quite the second. Arm getting a two-piece with M4. Make it 3. Looking to maybe get the ace here. Make it 4. Last player on the plant, but it's going to be Tyler who steals it away.
Lord Farquaad making his appearance. Looking for his princess now. Underestimated up 2-0. Elevate now coming in with the full buy of SGs. They're looking to make some noise as we come into round number 3.
Incendiary out.
Elevate just all buys you ratios and camp spawn.
I mean, maybe this could be the peak strategy that we need. Underestimated, gets impatient, starts pushing up.
Incendiary out.
Just saying. Like, what are you gonna do if you're underestimated? Like, there's nobody there for the whole round. It's like, okay, let's push up and get like, what's going on? Are they all AFK? And then boom. That's my 1,000 IQ player right there. Go ahead and put that down. Tell your coaches. Star
see
be first
no
to open it
problems
up.
with that.
I know, neither do I. Arm, gonna go ahead and even the body count board. Star very low on HP though. About a minute left here on the clock, and they're gonna begin to work their way up here towards A. Peeking the corner here by Milk Crates. Death. Thought was gonna swing that fully, but decides not to. He hears the players on his right. Mossy is gonna be the one to drop him. Sends it to his grave. There's gonna be something poetic there about Death taking the L. Donnelly, whoa! And Elevate pushing in. They're looking good here in round number 3, looking to get this bomb planted. And the W. Dom getting aggressive, but he's gonna get found by Mossy, who... And Arm, the last player alive, making some noise. Finding the headshot there on Donnelly. They planted the bomb where Arm couldn't see him. At this point, do you just... Now, I was gonna say, do you try to get out of there and save that gun?
I mean, yeah, SG in hand is definitely a good gun to go into the next round with. I think Arm might be looking for some exits.
Oh man,
Star's pushed up quite far. Yeah. Oh, no, is he going for it? Okay, well, Mossy is going to get the headshot, so it doesn't matter. Oh, and here's a look at Star again. He almost clutched it up there. I mean, I think he did some good damage. Or at least he had found the first headshot, and then Arm responding as well. I don't know if he spotted that player. It looks like he was a little confused where he might be. I know we can see it because of the outline, but I think his leg was still sticking out from behind the bush. He might not have just caught onto it immediately. Bomb left in spawn for Elevate, and we're looking at a bit of an eco buy from Underestimated here. 2 pistols and 3 M4s. And Elevate trying to see what space they can take. Smoked off over towards mid. Underestimated really not choosing to fight for B long or house control at all, which definitely understandable, especially if they don't have the weapons for it. And Josh, oh, he's pinned by an incendiary, it looks like. He started taking some damage from it. And Star's gonna be able to push up towards B long, but Arm is here waiting for him. Oh, I think Arm heard him. Yeah, he's gonna go for the swing, but doesn't quite find the kill. Shot's not connecting. And Dom does some big damage with the pistol, but doesn't quite find the pick. Manages to break the helmet though. Josh coming in from behind, gonna surprise Star. And now it's looking like a full B-side rotation here. Josh still locking it down over by this head glitch in the back. Trying to see if he can maybe find anyone crossing from house. And Death finding a nice little crisp dink with the XD there. We saw it. Donnelly gonna immediately respond with a trade. But this round all of a sudden is looking like it could be won by Underestimated. You thought because of the pistols they'd have a harder time, but the pistols definitely found their value here. And only 25 seconds on the clock. Elevator gonna have to strike soon. They still got to deal with Josh on the head glitch. Both players are posted up. Tyler as well in the spawn. Going for the spray and finds the double headshot. And all of a sudden, Underestimated are looking posed to win this one. Tao's going to drop down from house, but Tyler going for the swing, and it's the triple headshot. Underestimated. I don't know how they pulled off that round.
Incredible.
But Tyler coming in at the end and just saving them.
That is such a hard angle to contend with when you're on that. Tyler worked it so well. Got his team back up to 2 here as we move into round number 5. That was a round I thought Elevate was going to have. You just, at the start of it, based on the buys, or what Underestimated was able to afford and what they went ahead and picked up with, it's like, yeah, this is going to be a tie game here. But no, surprise from Underestimated, and they have kept in the lead. Stars going to be first to open it up, though, finding the headshot there on Dom. Nobody's pulled out the HK yet. Oh, hey, MP7 and some dualies over here from Elevate.
Ooh.
M4 has been picked up, and Explain also now finding the M4. Where's Donnelly? Player number 0. I guess he's just in the... I think he's right... They must all just be grouped up together.
Yeah, they're just all hanging out over towards mid.
There he is.
Donnelly gonna be the first to strike. And,
Oh, there it is.
God. MP7 finding the value and through the smoke as well. Incendiary dropping just in time for them to be able to cross the site, and Donnelly can be the first to swing and finds the headshot. No armor needed if you just instantly take off the dome. Josh able to find a pick of his own, but now he's got to deal with Elevate being all over site. And it looks like he's choosing to just back up. Last man standing. Can't blame him for wanting to save the M4. And Elevator getting a little bit aggressive here, so I think they know by now he's already backed up towards the B site. There's a look at Star again. I still can't believe Arm didn't end up getting that pick. It looked like he knew exactly what he needed to do there, but the shots just weren't quite connecting. But Josh getting that surprise pick there as well. Obviously ended up being really strong, and then Tyler locking it down towards the end of the round and just finding everyone on his own. I think Josh might have picked up one more, or no, it was Death who picked up one with the XD there. That's what had happened. And then Tyler just finding that double headshot.
That was wild.
Super crisp.
And then ultimately takes Tao out as well. All right. Round number 6 about to get started here. Star. Looks like he's just on the pistol.
A gun might have been dropped somewhere, yeah.
Okay,
Able
there it
to
is.
run
Yeah,
for
okay.
it.
Yeah, so that would be kind of surprising. There's our AR-15 pulled out. The SA-58. Now, that's a gun I haven't seen utilized in quite some time. That's in the
Yeah.
hands of Dom.
That's a crazy force. No armor, just buying an SA. You gotta wonder.
Oh, yeah, I like the
Like-
play here. Just sitting by milk crates.
See, but I'm almost wondering if you're planning on playing here, why not go for like the SMG or something? I feel like you would
Yeah.
add more value with it.
Well, I guess he's going to try to swing cross here. I don't know. I'm here for it. There's a reason we're casting and they're playing.
Exactly.
Minute 12 left here on the clock. Just hanging out here towards mid, about to push upstairs. Util going out. I'm assuming B is where we're going to be going here. Just push up into apartment. Or maybe, are they faking? Got a couple players pushing up. Josh making a little bit of noise. Not finding any shots. Dom still sitting here as the glass cannon. Just needs to connect those first couple shots and he should win the gunfight. But he's going to have to continue with Tao with the SG. Big play by Mossy to find Arm right there. Right upside of apartment. He's looking to move in. Josh is there on the stairs. Swings over. Sees a player on his left and that... Kill by... Oh, okay. It was a incendiary going out. Forces him to back on up. Tyler is gone. Not going to be having a repeat of the previous round there of him on the stairs. 30 seconds. Bomb is being planted. Only 2 players here alive. And Dom has no utilization with that SA-58. Josh is able to find 1 kill before Donnelly drops him. And we're tied up here, Mantis, as we move into round number 7.
Oh yeah. I still remember the days when the SA-58 was very broken. I mean, I think everyone was buying that gun on like a half buy. And then Critical Ops decided, you know what, this gun's a little too strong, and it definitely deserved to get nerfed. Like, I am the SA-58's biggest hater. Oh my goodness, it's a frag grenade, just absolute nuke just got dropped over towards A mid. Death gets taken down immediately, and Dom is gonna get picked off by a wallbang as well. Arm still hanging out by the cubby here. I don't think they know he's here. And he's able to find one. Oh, but that flash coming in might have stopped him for just a moment. Trying to peek around, doesn't quite find the second. I think that flash ended up hurting more than helping from his teammate there.
Hell, look at this play. Big move from Masya. He's going to go ahead and move on here to apartment. Look over towards his left. That incendiary perfectly timed to force, I think it was Josh on the stairs to back on up. I was able to pick the kill up on, I don't remember who that was over there in the corner. Well executed by Elevate there in that. So that was 2 rounds ago. Now here in round number 8, Elevate has taken the lead, I think for the first time here in map number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, again, for those of you joining for the first time, they are currently leading in this best of 5 series 2-0 over Underestimated. And they seem to have their number once again. Just dialing in here. 3 players of the live on Elevate. 4 up for Team Underestimated. Tyler finding Donnelly. Mossy hugging the corner here. Does have the bomb. He's just hanging out outside across. Teammates have backed on out to make sure they don't get flanked. They see Tyler. And he's got no armor to work with, Mantis. Just an M4 in hand. That's going to be unfortunate if he pushed up that far. And yeah, he goes down quick.
I mean, he was in a good spot, but I just don't know that without the armor, he's going to be able to do much if they actually cleared him. And Exclaim is paranoid if someone else didn't push up. Arm is here in the same spot that Tyler just got dropped from. Able to, oh, I thought he was gonna not get the gunfight there. It looked like he was trying to hide behind the head glitch. But
He
two
almost
players
went it.
pushing up super far on the side of underestimated. It's down to the 2-on-2. Tao is super low on health. No armor to work with as well either. Probably only one bullet needed to finish him off. They're gonna have to worry about Josh coming in though. Looks like he's trying to go for a cheeky backstab. Moxie's gonna be the one to hold him down.
Gonna try
And
to
is he gonna be able to spot him? Oh, I don't know if he saw him there. Looks like Flash is coming out. Both players coming in from house. Interesting. Okay.
Oh
And
my
Moxie just gets a double headshot. What is that? Just, oh my goodness. The holy spray transfer. We're getting a quick look at last round. We just launched a volley of frags here, and Death could not do anything about it besides just accept his death.
That was interesting. You try to force up into apartment there. I don't know. Interesting.
I mean,
decision.
I can respect it, but definitely an interesting play for sure.
We're in round number 9. Shots have been fired, but nobody has gone down just yet. Just feeling each other out. Elevate has taken the lead by 2. Having the superior weaponry as well. Underestimated needs a break here. There's Masia opening up there on Tyler. Dom needs this. He's able to find the head there on Star. Goes ahead and crashes down to Earth. They're going to move around here. B seems to be the side of choice once again. It's Centenary going out. Donnelly winning a big gunfight versus Arm there. Not able to evict him from the apartment. Josh is there as they jump out a window, finding one, but he's pinched. Exclaim's gonna be the one to drop him. And they once again have control of the bomb site. Those Incendiaries are like, yeah, Tyler is not doing that again. That is never happening again.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb has been planted. Some good cash being invested over into their accounts here.
Bomb has been planted on B.
Big play there. Explain going down at the hands of Dom. He's making some noise.
I'm defusing the bomb.
Breach wins.
And there it is. Elevate now up by 3. Here we are, round number 10. I know I'm a washed up competitive player, but the breach side on this map is not the, I mean, it's never easy. I'm not saying, I don't know. It's usually a little more difficult than some other maps. Would you agree with that, Mantis? Or is this just me thing?
Sorry, was the question one more time?
I would say that the breach side on this map is usually just a little bit more difficult than on other maps. Do you agree with that? It's at least my
I
experience.
don't know. Like, the thing is, this map has changed so much, and I feel
True.
like they've done a lot of work to try and make it easier for the breach side. But I feel like the B side specifically should be a coalition playground.
Yep.
And Arm,
Now
what
it
is
is.
happening right now?
Oh my
It's
God.
found 3. Someone needs to stop this, man. It almost finds the 4th, connects a couple shots, but not quite finding the kill. Now Death coming in with the scar on the stairs, but a lot of Yuto getting tossed his way to try and stall him out. Death able to cross to the Heglish, so I don't know how he's taking this much space. And Tao's able to find the pick, but he's left in a 1-on-2, and he's getting pinched right now, and the bomb is in a very bad spot as well, and Josh is going to find the headshot. But yeah, like I was saying before, I think for sure this map is, I think it's supposed to cater a little bit more towards the breach side, but B side is just so difficult to deal with. Like, there's so many corners to hide in, so many head glitches to abuse that, like, you really have to play your cards out if you want to take it on B. Now the A side has definitely been nerfed quite a bit over time.
Tossing incendiary.
I think the battle for mid is what's really important here. And here's a look at that round again previously. I can't believe Arm got away with almost 4 picks there. First Exclaim somehow not finding them. I thought that was going to be an easy trade for him.
Tossing incendiary. Flashbang out.
Big plays. Dom doubling up. Tal takes him out before he can do more damage to his team. We got a minute 12 here on the clock. 4 players alive for underestimated. You'd really like to have this a tie going into the flip. 6-6 is best case scenario here for underestimated. An 8-4 or even a 7-5 isn't the end of the world, but big play from Tyler, finding Tao. It's all up to Donnelly here with the AK in his hand. He's got armor to work with, strafing on out, and it's Tyler doubling up once again with the M4, finding those heads. We are the last round before we go into the flip here. Elevate will be going over to the Coalition side, and of course, Underestimated will move over towards the Breach. We'll see what the final score will be.
And what is this
Did you see
buy?
this?
Oh my goodness. Okay, first off, I don't think we've seen a shotgun in this entire tournament.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And Mafia has bought up the M1887. I'm pretty sure that's what this gun is called. I haven't even seen that gun bought in so long. I don't even remember what it's called.
Yeah, they got it. Oh my gosh. Okay, player
Okay,
down.
it's a fight be long. Usual getting picked up. MP7
Oh, no.
Donnelly just running through. But Josh now coming in for the long range gunfights with the SG. And he's going to find 3 at the end there. And okay, very interesting round. But we're going to be all tied up going into the flip here.
6-6. I love the crazy play by Elevate. Just trying. Didn't have the best cash going into that final round. Worst case, it's going to be all tied up, and maybe come up with an incredible clip. They're almost able to get through, but Josh ruined it. Thanks, Josh. I know I'm complaining because I wanted to see something fun, but they're happy about it. I've seen more MP7 in the past couple of weeks than I have seen in 10 years. I love it.
Coalition.
I'm a little
Always got a
disappointed that the
special spot in
shotgun
my heart.
didn't get a kill, you know, like I
know.
was really hoping, as much as we love the MP7, I was like, please let this shotgun get a pick. It's about to be a fight towards the mid, it looks like. Everyone on the side of Underestimated are grouped up here over by this trash bin, and I think Star has spotted them, and now he's hugging the corner, trying to find some damage, but not quite. But it's a sea of blue in the kill feed as Tao, I think, just found 3 picks, maybe 4. It all happened so fast. But everyone just kind of grouped up at the same time, and he was spraying that XD and finding all the connections.
Star 4 and 10. I'm actually kind of surprised that I've seen a little bit more from him. I guess not. Elevate winning the pistol round. Getting the cash advantage. No force up for Underestimated. And the knife comes in from Star. See, I guess that. Oh, he's got the double. What is going on?
Dude, no way.
Eagle Claw. The cash there. And just the frustration. I would love to hear the Underestimated comms right now. I already know what's being said. I say it a lot too.
Not only that, but you gotta
Finally
think,
dumb.
how much money did he just get for that, dude? I mean, I'm pretty sure, don't you still get like 1,500 for a knife kill, I think? I mean, look at how much money
Yeah,
Star just walked away
around
with.
there, yeah. See, I don't remember the last time I got a knife kill was. I know. I'm washed up. I'm sorry. See, he hasn't been. He's not sitting on top of the leaderboard, but he's having those cool little moments.
Oh, we're
Here it
looking at
is.
it again.
Death coming up. There's again
What
something
is-
poetic about death being stabbed by a knife.
Ain't no way. I can't believe that just happened. Like,
I've seen some crazy feeds this tournament, but I think that may be my favorite one. It wasn't even really a feed, just a tiny little clip. Elevate leading by 2 here. This is the first round. Underestimated has some real weaponry to work with. So far, Elevate working that coalition advantage well. Donnelly having the deagle. Maybe he'll switch over to that for a nice little kill here. Love seeing a pistol flip. A minute here on the clock. Underestimated needs to make the move. They are down a man in comparison to Elevate. It's a 4v5. 52 seconds on the clock. Death making a little bit of noise, trying to find a head. Donnelly's up here inside of his apartment. Death is looking to evict him. Donnelly wins it. He says, no, this is my house. Get out of here. Big plays here. Josh needs to win that. Oh, that timing, man. So unfortunate he couldn't see the bright shining star that was Star. Arm and Tyler getting kills respectively. Trying to even the body count board up here. Underestimated. Still down a man. It's a 2v3. Explain. Trying to pull what Tyler did last time, but they're not going to have it. Underestimated making a quick rotation over here towards this A site. And Elevate is on to their plan. Oh, Explain winning that gunfight. That was going to be big for Tyler to pull that up. Now down to just Arm. Flashbang. He's going to go for the plant. They want the cash. Can they deny it?
no way.
Oh, he's going to get it down, but quickly deleted there.
I can't
At
believe
least-
he gets away with the plant there. That's
Yeah.
insane.
They were being cautious. And they're going to go do a little bit of shopping here before they go ahead and defuse that bomb.
Defusing the bomb.
Well played by Underestimated to get that bomb planted. They needed a little extra cash. That's going to help them out.
Bomb has been defused.
Talked about it before. We'll bring it up again. I sound like a broken record, but as many times as you can get that bomb planted on the breach side, it's so important just to get that down because that cash can help later on in that half.
I mean, even right now, we're seeing 5 SGs, but without that bomb plant, they're probably all stuck with the AKs right now.
Yep.
And so that extra little bit of firepower. Granted, Elevate also recovered 3 SGs of their own from last round. So they definitely have some firepower to respond. It's not going to be a whole bunch of M4s.
Tossing flash. Causing
But
incendiary.
Underestimated
Fire in the hole.
should have a bit of an advantage because of that bomb plant, like you were saying.
Look at this pressure being applied here. They're pushing up. Explain over a milk crate. Not gonna be crying over spilt milk here. Minute 27 here on the clock. Nobody's yet to get dropped. Bomb carrier is armed. Masia is the first to pick up a kill. They're on Dom. And they're playing very, very passively for the breach here.
Yeah, this is quite the interesting setup. They're just taking down the clock, and I guess they're expecting Elevate to push up. But Elevate, while they might push up for mid control, I don't think they've pushed up that far in a spawn yet. Now, Tao is probably going to be the one to take on first. I was wrong. It was Star who's going to get dropped. And it's looking like they're actually going to pinch it over towards the A side. Going to have to deal with spawn here, though. And Mossy's in a really good spot. Able to find one with the SG and not even have to worry about A mid yet. But he's going to peek out and finds the second headshot on arm. Someone needs to stop. Mossy spots the third over towards mid. Going to go ahead and keep popping the shots. Having to worry about the reload kind of soon. Donnelly trying to go for the swing, but it's Tao with the backstep from house now. Mossy, last man standing, and he's going to find the third. I believe that was all 3 headshots from him, and Elevate have just brought it up to 10 rounds. Only 3 to go before they can declare themselves the winners here.
Phenomenal performance thus far by Team Elevate. Underestimated needs to do something now. They've crossed that double-digit barrier. 3 rounds, and they're going to be the champions here of the tournament. I mean, the performance we saw from them last week versus Team Rain, I'm just not seeing it as much of it today. Tyler really needs to win this gunfight. He goes ahead and swings. Explain coming out. The movement by Elevate is just so good. They're really working well as a team, distracting. One player pops it out to get the player who is distracted by the other. Tao, cut off with the incendiary, pops on out. Death is waiting for him. He's able to find 2, doubles up with the SG. It's headshots on both those players, Tao and Donnelly.
And you were just talking about the doubling up there. You could tell Death was ready for the second swing. He probably wasn't initially expecting it, but probably thought about it. Was like, you know what? These guys love to double peek everything, and that's why he was able to find 2 quick kills in succession like that. Explain able to respond with the pick of his own. Josh tossing a flash over towards spawn, forcing Mossy to back up and pop that reload. They still haven't decided where they want to go with the bomb here. They have about 45 seconds to decide. Dom is low, and it looks like he's maybe opting to rotate out towards A mid. Bomb still hanging out by mid here, though. Stars crosses side. I don't know how they didn't catch him on that. But it looks like they're going to pinch over towards A. But Elevate are doubled up here by this pillar. This could be the surprise play that they need for the round. And Star just hugging this corner completely. Gonna try and swing out. Able to find one for the trade. Has to deal with Josh from behind. Does some damage, but not quite getting the kill. And Exclaim coming in. Might be able to isolate a gunfight while the bomb goes down. And yeah, Arma's going to get dropped. And he's immediately going for the rotation. Is Josh going to expect him? It looks like he is clearing it. But Exclaim is going to clutch it up. I think that was a 3-piece for him to get the round. And here's a look at Mossy again from last round. Again, just completely locking down A mid. And like also having to worry about spawn, but just able to hold both angles so efficiently. I can't believe that he was able to do it like this. Just so efficient about the way he's working.
Coalition wins.
It's do or die here for Underestimated. It is time to get rolling. You start putting some points on the board. They haven't won one since the flip. And this is their server, correct? Yes.
It should be Underestimated server.
Tossing smoke.
Not helping them thus far. So close on the Coalition side, and since the flip, it has been nothing but Elevate. Donnelly not seeing Josh. He escapes. Instant incendiary right there. And he's moved into his apartment now. Just a minute here on the clock. Underestimated needs the bomb plant and the win here. They need the cash. They need to go ahead and flip the momentum. You don't want to start the comeback after Elevate's gone to match point. Quick trade there. Actually, it wasn't trade, my bad. Just 2 kills going down. They do have the body count advantage here, Manthus. 4 players up for Underestimated. And A is going to be the side of choice. 1 player just hanging out here towards mid. Geth wins the crucial gunfight versus Masia. Seemed to be a little distracted. And the bomb is down. 2 players left alive here for Elevate. And Elevate on the other side of the map.
Yeah, it looks like they're just saving. I was kind of thinking they might try and look for an SG. I'm not sure where the rifles got dropped at, but it looks like they're just gonna have to save the M4s. Maybe it looks like Tao might be trying to go for an exit frag. He's pushed up a little bit more. And they might give it to him if they get impatient.
So Donnelly's moved into breach spawn and starts fire, making a little bit of noise. They know they're going to come out there. Still making a little bit of noise, trying to get him push around. Bomb's just about to go off here. I think they're playing smart and not going to risk getting dropped here. Well played. Underestimated needed that round. Star just saying hello as Dom pops up and was able to find Masia. And Josh is missing those crucial shots there early on. Crosshairs were a little all over the place. Man, my heart's beating here. Underestimated. Looks like we have a tactical pause here. I would assume from Underestimated.
Most likely. I mean, we've got like they need to win a lot of rounds here if they want to stay alive in this map, because Elevate need 2. And and I just noticed they've busted it out. The HK has been bought by Explame.
Oh, there it is. That's the
We haven't seen it
first
all map.
time. Yeah.
And I know we're in the pause right now. Now it's gonna end. I was gonna say, I wonder if he's gonna drop that to Star, but it looks like he's gonna keep it. All right, the question is, where does he go with this? You buy an HK. I feel like maybe you go for the truck spam or something. I don't really know what the best play is here,
We're about to find out.
but yeah.
Moving towards Egg. Yeah, he's just hanging out towards A. Gonna get a little defensive with it. Be a turret up there. That's about to peek. They're spread out. Donnelly's gonna win that gunfight. And they back on out. Drop some util. Getting that early pick. Now they're gonna take that coalition advantage to the extreme here and let them push. No need to get aggressive. It's on them to make the move.
Flashbang out.
It's Scenario coming out, blocking those
Incendiary out.
coalition stairs. Josh gets
Oh my
tagged
God.
down low, just barely escapes with his life. Not much of it left, though. Ooh, Donnelly with the
Yeah.
flick as he jumps across the door. That was a ballsy move by Josh and didn't pay off. Not looking good here for Underestimated. Only 3 players left alive. Dom low on HP with no armor to work with. Is able to find a kill, though. Tyler finding Masia. Star could beast here. He's not able to do so. Finds 1. That's Dom, who's low. Now it's up to Tao and Donnelly. They got this in a 2v2. Then sitting there, he goes out, preventing him from pushing back down. Tao winning a huge gunfight. Tyler's there finding 1. Tries to get the 2nd, but isn't able to do so. Manthus, we are on match point. Elevate is 1 round away from being the champions here of the Odyssey tournament.
Yeah, and it's still like so surprising to me that we're this. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer, but I mean, at this point, Underestimated, they got to win a lot of rounds on the stream here, just in this map and going forward if they want to stay alive here. But it's looking very likely that it won't happen. And there's that quick little flick shot from Donnelly. Again, when you're that low, all you need is the 1 bullet. And Masia opening up with a huge pick on Dom. And Elevate choosing to put a little bit. Oh no, they're not playing passively. I lied. And Star's pushed up really far, and we can see Tao getting ready to swing out again. And Star's just pushed out through mid. What is he doing? And Donnelly's just gonna clean it up with a 2-piece. Elevate have just won it.
Wow. I bet I lost 4 words here.
I
Elevate
can't believe
are
he
your
just pushed out
champions.
like that. I mean, through the smoke and everything for the final round, Star just running up and saying, you know what? I haven't pushed mid yet. I'm just gonna say, let's see what happens. And he definitely caught them off guard. He's able to find a 2nd pick because of it.
underestimated. I think coming in and upsetting Rain. I think a lot of people were surprised by that in the semifinals last week. Coming in here and elevate. I mean, with their performance versus Monarchy, they were able to win, but it was very close. And did they just dominate today? I mean, the first map, obviously 13-12, very, very close. But after that, they had underestimated its number the entire time. And they just did not let up the pressure. Canals, was it 13-4 the final score in that? It was okay, 13-4. Wow. Incredible performance, Elevate. Congratulations, well deserved. Underestimated, tried their best, but just weren't able to come through.
Well
Wow.
deserved indeed. And yeah, I mean, Elevate, we already know them being the winners now. There's the one prize for sure that we know we can guarantee them in addition to all of those first place prizes. Of course, they're going to get to pick what map they want their names to show up on. I know we were teasing it a little bit earlier on the stream, but now that Elevate are officially the winners, they're going to have their names written down on that training map as well as on one diffuse map of their choice. So of course it's going to be on Legion, and they're going to get to pick the map. So I'm sure there will be some announcement about it or whatever once they do pick the map. But of course, probably in the next update of Critical Ops, you guys will see it officially there and officially changed in the diffuse map whenever that does happen. So make sure y'all are keeping your eyes peeled for that when it happens.
I know we've been kind of joking about it being on Plaza, but I think you have to do it on Plaza now.
Oh yeah.
That
Like-
only makes sense. Closing out best of 5 series, winning it flawlessly, the final map being Plaza and dominating on it. I think you got to do it. Yes, it's going to get a lot of viewership being right there too. You're constantly going to have people looking at it. I think it has to be that. We'll see what they decide, though. That'll be, again, announced later. Like Manthus said, congratulations once again to Team Elevate. Well played to you all. That was so much fun to watch. The HK spam was great. And I love the little play there at the MP7s and the shotgun at the final round before the flip, right there in round number 12. Nothing happened, but I love the decision. And it's fun when teams can go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to go for it. We're going to stick this. We're just going to rush a bomb site and see where that lands. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time to do that GameSir controller giveaway. That's right. We're going to give away one controller live here. Now, I do want to get confirmation on one thing before we do that.
I do believe we're going to be giving away one of these controllers live. Of course, there's still the GLEAM in the description. Make sure you guys are taking advantage of it if you didn't already. You guys can enter the GLEAM right now. Just make sure y'all are entering it before we do go ahead and pick the winner for that. But of course, we're also giving one away live. We're getting the details on what y'all need to enter because we're not 100% sure yet. It should be your Critical Ops IGN for sure though, but we're deciding how we're going to contact you best for this because again, this is to get y'all a live or an actual controller sent to you, and so we want to make sure that we're getting the right thing. But I do believe we just got confirmation. You guys are going to be dropping your Critical Ops ID and your Discord username for the live giveaway.
So for the live giveaway here for the controller, we're doing it slightly different. Drop your Critical Ops ID and your Discord username. Okay, so your Critical Ops ID and your Discord username. Previously, we were doing the Critical Ops in-game name, your gamer tag, as well as your Critical Ops ID. But just your Critical Ops ID and Discord username for the giveaway. I can already see people beginning to spam. You guys are going to have to switch that up. Make sure it is your Critical Ops ID and your Discord username. For the case winners, your cases should have already been sent over. Adject has been on that. My man. Shout out to him and shout out to everybody behind the scenes as well. It helps put on these tournaments. So many people behind the scenes working constantly. We couldn't do it without them. All right. So
100%.
again, I'm going to wait for that to catch up because we just got about a 60 to 70 second delay here on stream. So as soon as that catches up and those guys, go ahead and switch over because I see the spam going on right now. Again, Critical Ops ID and then your Discord username. Wow. No sniper rifles pulled out, but they didn't need it. The HK took the place of those sniper rifles for those longer range and higher damage engagements. And boy,
for sure.
did it. I mean, we saw some early action on Grounded from Underestimated, but after that map, they kind of just stopped using it, and it was Elevate. And at Elevate, weren't using it as much on the first map either. Just looking back on that, and they're like, well, you know what? This is ridiculous. We're gonna start pulling this out, and they dominated with it on map number 2. I mean, I think if you had to pick an MVP weapon of that map number 2, it's got to be the HK. And
I mean,
not
really talking about it, I think Star got like half the kills with an HK.
Yeah, what was he? 24 and 12.
Yeah, something like that, something ridiculous. And it's just the part that's crazy about it is when you're watching it on the stream, it's looking like underestimated, pulled it out first, and we're taking advantage of it first, and then Elevate retaliated with it. But Star just did so good, specifically on canals with the HK, that I have to wonder, like, was it just part of the plan all along? And it just so happened to look like it was a revenge counter pick because like he was just a little too good with that gun. You know, I feel like he knew what he was doing from the start. I don't
Sorry,
know if I'm
I was
wrong,
reading
but
chat.
no, you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, yeah. And Star was ended up negative. And just speaking of Star, negative on map number 3. But did he have some really cool impact moments? The double kill with the knife there on mid stairs with inside of the smoke.
Oh yeah.
And just some other moments. I was surprised at one point we pulled up, I think it was 4 and 10, and I was surprised that he was there because I had seen a couple moments where he had some big impact, but obviously was not having as big of an impact as I thought he was. But he was coming in those crucial moments and helping his team out. So you know, again, dominating on map number 2, and didn't have as good of a performance KD wise or kills in map number 3, but was definitely there helping his team. And Elevate just played really, really well. 3-0. What an incredible end to this tournament.
Yeah, but again, congratulations one more time to Elevate. They put up a good fight, and I still can't believe that we got this matchup at the end here. I mean, I know we talked about it a lot last weekend as well, but the fact that Rain weren't here just felt so insane as well. And I'll be honest, I underestimated, right? I took their name to heart because I was thinking when you got a team like Rain who's won like 3 Worlds tournaments in a row, that surely they're going to move on to the grand finals here for the last tournament of 2025. But I mean, we were all mistaken. Underestimated fought really hard and really well, and they sent Rain home. And they still put up a pretty good fight here, especially in the first map. But unfortunately, I think once Elevate caught on their playstyle, they're able to adapt just a little bit better than Rain were last week.
All right, just about to pick here. We'll do the. Here we go. Thank you to
Right now,
those
we're
who
about to pick
changed.
the live winner, by the way, for that GameSir controller. So those of y'all who've been dropping your Discord ID and username in the chat, Suddy here, I believe, is about to pick someone who's going to be winning that.
All right, we have the winner. Congratulations to Heave Tops. That's your Discord IGN. I'm going to drop it here in the YouTube chat. Congratulations. You are winning the live controller giveaway. Congratulations to you. You'll be getting a GameSir X5S controller sent over. Somebody will be reaching out here shortly. I believe Adject is going to be the one doing that. Congratulations once again to Heave for winning that controller. There's still opportunities for you all to win. We're giving away over on Gleam. The links are in the description down below. You know how to do a Gleam giveaway. You've been on the internet long enough. Go ahead, go over there, follow the steps, go ahead and log in with however you like to log in on Gleam, and you'll be entered to win a controller over there. I think there's 2, but it might just be 1. But there's some opportunities to win another one over there. And of course, you can just go ahead and check it out. It is available on Amazon, and I would believe at most other major retailers here in the United States. Not sure about nation or worldwide, but I would assume, again, for whatever your equivalent of Amazon or maybe a Best Buy is or Walmart, wherever you're located, you can find the GameSir X5S controller along with the thermal cooler, which is a really, really cool device. That heatsink on the back, when you turn it on, it gets cold so fast.
Oh yeah, it almost like that was the one thing when I was testing the controller myself. It almost just feels satisfying, just turning, clipping it on. It's like, wow, this feels like really nice and cool. Not even like ice cold, but just the perfect amount of cool that I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely going to stop my phone from overheating if it's like connected to it.
Yep. 100%. And just to for Heave, make sure it is Adject who is going to be DMing you and nobody else. Just make sure you have the confirmation on that. DM Adject, he will be DMing you, so don't be giving your information out to anybody else who's trying to impersonate him. Just make sure, double check that before you go ahead. AIAS will be AI. This is the exact user. AIASXC is going to be that exact user that'll be DMing you. So just letting you know there. Congratulations once again on winning that controller. I think we are about ready to wrap this up. Again, congratulations to Team Elevate on taking that W.
Yeah, congrats with them again one more time. And they put up a really good fight. I'm a little disappointed we didn't go to Port. I think Port was map number 4.
Yes.
But, you know,
Almost
I
wish
was
it had
kind
been
of hoping we
map
could
number
see some
3.
Port action. But, you know, either way, we still had a good fight. We got to see Plaza, so that was still a bit of a treat in its own. We don't really get to see it every day. I know we were talking about it earlier. I almost never get to cast Plaza anymore. I kind of wish it was Legacy still, but I'll take what I can get. You know, if I can get a nice Plaza match, then I'm not going to complain.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, got one more quick announcement. I'm going to go ahead and read that, Crosby. So I mentioned earlier, I've been casting Critical Ops for 10 years now, a little over 10 years. It has been a phenomenal journey. Back in 2015, we launched the first ever official Critical Ops esports tournament. And over the past 10 years, the journey has been incredible, filled with intense matches, have watched so many amazing teams and players compete, and met so many amazing people in the community. This has definitely been an unforgettable experience, and we've been able to grow alongside this amazing community. As we reflect on this journey, we want to extend a huge thank you to every player, fan, and supporter who has been with us on this crazy ride. Your passion and dedication has made every Critical Ops esports event what it is today. And with that being said, we are announcing today that we're taking a break from Critical Ops esports. The Odyssey tournament will be our final tournament for now. And this is just a celebration of everything we've done over the last 10 years. And we just want to say, again, a huge thank you to you all. We couldn't do this without the viewer and all of your support. I just want to shout out everybody else out behind the scenes. I can't remember everybody's name, but Darkest Days, Mafula, Crosby, all the moderators, past and present, everybody we've worked with. It has been an absolute pleasure. At this plans, we have no plans to announce any future tournaments for mobile esports. There will be more stuff coming in the days from Critical Ops, so stay tuned on social media for upcoming tournaments in 2026. But at this time, there'll be nothing more for us. But stay tuned on social media in the future for future plans and if anything changes. So again, I just want to say thank you to you all. This has been a crazy journey over the last 10 years, kind of grown up casting Critical Ops alongside everybody. So thank you all so much. And I think that's all. So Manthus, got anything else?
Yeah, I'm kind of going to piggyback off of that a little bit. I know I wasn't always a part of the mobile esports team. I think I joined around like 2021, 2022-ish. When y'all picked me out, I was just one of those people who was casting C-Ups for fun because I cared about the comp scene. And I was like, it's definitely not getting... it wasn't getting enough like casual viewership as well as I would have liked to see. And so I was like, you know what? I can cast. I love casting on my own. And y'all picked me up, and it was so much fun getting to cast for you guys. And of course, throughout the years, even getting the opportunity to advance more into Worlds, into Pro League and stuff. That was obviously the ultimate dream for me, getting to do all of those big tournaments. I never thought that I'd be here on the official Critical Ops esports stream when I first started, but of course, you know, a lot changed over the years, and I'm grateful that y'all picked me, but also grateful that the fans have always asked for me. You know, I always notice y'all in the comments and stuff in the live chat being like, you know, hey, Manthus, we want to see him back again casting. And so it's also because of you guys that always come back, because whenever you guys want me to cast, I say, you know what, I'll do what I can to try and show up. And so, of course, there's so many people behind the scenes as well that have made this possible. We have Crosby over here, as well as all the moderators and just all the people who are on the stream making it work, who put in so much effort. Y'all might only see our two faces, but there's a whole group chat of so many people just behind the scenes right now that are talking, who are making this happen.
Yes, indeed. It's been a pleasure casting with you as well. And we will see what the future holds. Again, just a huge thank you once again to you, the viewer. None of this could have been made possible without you all. And Manthus, before we sign out, anything else you want to add after that?
For the most part, not really. Just congratulations again to Elevate on winning. And of course, Critical Force, I believe, is still planning some stuff to announce officially for esports going forward into next year. So make sure y'all are keeping your eyes peeled for that.
Indeed. And one more time, don't forget to use that code esports mobile at checkout for 30% off anything at gfuel.com. It's a phenomenal code to utilize. Ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said, once again, congratulations to Team Elevate on winning the Odyssey tournament. You are the 2025 champions. Well played, gentlemen, and well played to Team Underestimated as well. Folks, we'll see you somewhere soon on the internet. Peace.